So we pick back up in the middle of the... So we pick back up in the middle of the Fomalhaut dungeon. I forgot that I'm just kind of screaming into the mic. In the middle of the dungeon of Fomalhaut. You guys had just, two of you had just managed to make your way up from the dungeon hall with Santiago in tow. And the other three of you, along with the Regaletta,
that big
whale
blubber guy,
Laura and Anu and Shopper New were with you guys as well. And then you three, along with Regaletta, had managed to come down and found your way to the weird maze that leads into the various cell blocks of this lower part of the dungeon. This maze, which seems to ignore the usual laws of gravity. It has like sideways stairs and upside down walkways and all that jazz. And it's all suspended over a giant whirling vortex of water. Throughout your time in this chamber, there's just like sea salt spray flying up through here and everything like that, and salty spray. And where you are currently is that you're standing in front of... Where the heck did my... Oh, there it is. You guys are standing in front of the entrance to the cell block where Sarah and Lesk and Laura and Shagra have just come up. You guys just ganked a group of the quartermasters who run the dungeon cells, and then you heard a voice shout out, "The dead may not tread in Fomalhaut." So, we are going to have you guys roll your initiative.
I rolled
Son of a
last time
bitch.
and got an 18
Did you get a 1?
total.
Okay.
I rolled last time because I got that thing working at the weapon.
Oh, weapon to it, yeah. Right, okay.
Fulkin trips on his face hole.
So I got him at 18.
Yeah, I'm going to be rolling a little bit, that's fine.
And then dies.
Yep, bigger.
Dices is...
But first, give all of them then.
Look, the purple one.
Nice.
Well, actually, hold on.
I usually just use the gold ones, though.
First time.
Wait.
I'm at 22.
Wait, we're rolling initiative too?
Yeah.
Everybody roll initiative.
Everyone roll initiative.
You're
I
all...
did. It was 20.
It was 20? Okay. Y'all are all in this general area. You guys have come up behind them. Y'all got there just in time to see them come racing out towards Sorrel, and then Riletta decapitated one, and then Vulcan and between Vulcan and Greytail basically ganked the rest of those dudes. And so now you guys are standing there as the voice booms out, and you guys have just come to that opening there.
Different scene?
Yes, new scene. You guys are technically entering their scene.
Is everyone blooded it into the cell?
Blooded,
I'm doing that now.
bloated.
Okay, so
Roll.
vigor and celerity is now active.
Alright.
Alright, so
So
now
I
I
gotta
got
put your defense up +1.
my initiative is 12.
Oh, hold on just a second, please.
Yep.
We tied.
I'm at
I
23.
rolled very low.
Okay.
Because I forgot since I'm in surrender.
Huh?
15.
No. I rolled last time.
Alright, so you're 23, you said?
Yes, I'm at 23.
So I'm gonna start. Actually, I need to roll his initiative.
I always forget about my extra stats that I get for surrender, so.
Alright, so do you make it higher than 25?
I'm still calculating.
Okay.
It's Dex, celerity, composure,
23.
and
Fast reflexes.
Oh yeah,
Do
fast
you have
reflex.
anything that makes you go first?
16.
Fast
Still
reflexes
don't
and
have
celerity
fast
adds
reflexes.
into it.
That's surprising.
Alright, so
Anybody have higher than what?
25.
No.
I'm 23.
Alright, so let's see. 24, 23, 20,
23.
23? So I'll go for 23?
Oh.
What's your base? The base being your dex.
You get to go first.
Do I get to add my Krav Maga?
Oh wait, you do have your Krav Maga, don't you? That's right, yes, so you do
So I
get to
have
go
a
first.
base of 15.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, no, because your Krav Maga, the first time
Right.
means you just go first,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, okay, so Sarah's top of the round now. 23, 24. So Leska's down at 23. 24, 20. Oh, that's
Wait, one second.
Start counting back up. 22. There we go. 22, 21. Oh, you're recalculating?
Yeah, I lost track on that. Okay, I got it.
Okay, so 22, 21, 20. Anybody got anything special that makes it go first? Okay, so what's your base? Just your death and your composure?
Well, I get to have fast reflexes
Yes,
and
fast
all
reflexes.
specs.
Fast reflexes is part of your base. What's your base, though? Your base meaning anything not augmented by powers.
Or devotions.
Yeah, or devotions. Yeah.
Okay.
So fast reflexes,
whenever two characters tie on initiative, you compare their base, which is their natural speed, and the one that's higher goes
composure and
fast.
fast reflex.
Yeah.
Okay. It would be 12.
Okay, so your base is 12, and then what's your base? 9. Okay, so you go first.
Yeah, I rolled
So Drake
horribly
at
low.
20.
I rolled 3.
No.
And then
No
Terrell.
soy sauce. No.
And then
I need no cure for that.
19, 18, 17.
That'd be me. 18.
18 is full 10.
18. And I rolled a 1.
Probably failed initiative. Fail initiative. You don't get to go this turn. Roll for next turn. That would suck. With a dramatic fail.
Hardcore.
Hardcore.
I need 2 for Laura. And
I guess
Sean.
you would trap. I don't know.
It's not really your role.
You got distracted by something else you didn't see combat starting.
Yeah.
Bird.
Just some mage in the corner.
Kill it!
Mage in the corner going and jack him down. So you spend one turn with it.
No, this is fucking Jim Carrey. You go push.
Yes, right.
One turn. That means he just goes. Okay, he's down. 3
I
seconds.
No, it's not fast. It's 3 seconds. Graham. No.
No, goddamn it.
One second. Drake. Laura.
More who's fighting fit.
Yes. Probably let her roll shit on her initiative again. Seems to be her curse in this dungeon. Alright.
It's because it's all moist.
Distracted. Okay.
It's all the tentacles.
Fortunately, she has a decent base.
So what happens is the vortex beneath you guys picks up speed and force, and out of it. Damn it! I should have gotten my tablet out for this.
Mr. What's your name?
But you've seen it before, yeah.
Oh, Mr. Jailer.
Mm-hmm.
The big shark guy.
Shark guy.
See,
Out comes the jailer.
Oh.
He is wearing all kinds of plate armor. He's got a big old rack of keys on his waist, and he leaps an impossible distance up out of the center of this whirlpool, come flying up at you guys, and he's trailing massive, like, anchor chains in either hand. There you go. He lands on the walkway directly behind you guys, and then, like, you guys are now will be now facing him.
Sephiroth style.
You-
Like he lands and then, like, for no apparent reason, the water bubble just goes.
Slow motion. You realize in that moment that you recognize him. It's the same shark thing you saw, in your visions. He swings one of the chains overhead and roars at you guys. Top around is Sarah, acting with preternatural speed.
Do I have to make a roll for that since I know him or nothing?
No, I mean you've seen him, you recognize him, but it doesn't terrify you like that.
Okay.
When did he see him?
It was
Maybe it was tripping balls.
Oh, okay.
no.
Oh.
He said vision.
No, I walked in, there was one of their human turned into a thing or something down there, and then there was a vision right before I seen the body of that guy.
I didn't remember that.
It was in a downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Right. He's our only enemy, right?
At present, yes.
Boy.
At present.
I'm gonna go try and fuck his business.
Yeah.
I will.
And then we will fight him.
You heard me. I said what I meant.
All right.
I'm gonna look at you,
Rigoletto will be very jealous.
That's
Sarah.
my job to make his job.
I'll look at you and say, "Would you like to dance?" Throw you at him. I can throw you at him. No?
Or I could run over there.
Okay.
We'll see as long as you're free for your turn. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Also, she'd have to hold until your turn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's going for.
She's going first, so she'd have to wait for you. She'd have to line up with you and wait for you to get your turn to throw her.
Yeah.
Poor George.
Which would still
he
be
talked
cool.
about that all day on Thursday.
So, I mean, if you want to fling her at him, then
So
feel free.
I'm going to spend for claws. Because I lost them previously.
This guy's on that walkway, right?
Mm-hmm.
How big is the walkway?
It's not very big. It's about 2 people wide.
Is
There's
he
no-
up or?
He's on the same level with you.
Okay.
It's roughly 2 people wide, and it's made of stone. And it looks like it would be pretty fragile because there's no support or anything, but it stands. And he's sort of perched on it, like bouncing on like a regular person might bounce on a rail.
Oh, he dropped down? I thought he came up
He
into
came
the
up.
room.
He came up he jumped
There's a
up,
whirlpool
rose
underneath.
over the walkway,
Oh,
and
okay.
landed on it.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm trying to, because the fight started with us in a room. So now we're back out on the fucking
No, we were shooting into the
Yeah, like we were shooting into the
Yeah,
room.
y'all were shooting into the room. He came up into the chamber where y'all were, behind you guys.
Okay.
Like, y'all thought you were all going in, and he's like, nah, bitches, I'm behind y'all. Is what he
Oh
did.
my god. Okay.
Did you blow a 10?
Yes, I did, and
Okay.
I got a 9 immediately after.
Oh, yay, he's dead.
So
You have 9 to get
No, I don't
on your claw.
have. I wish. Oh god, I wish.
9 to get an ad clause?
Yes.
How broken?
I will find a fey token for this, Ivan. I know changelings.
Make you work for that one.
I will. Oh fuck all the laws. Make them find Jesus.
She will shape for them dogs.
So 30.
Help me out.
That's
That's
8.
eight.
That's 8 successes.
So 8 ag.
8 ag.
Yep.
After that. Okay.
Just
Yeah, he's dead. Let's all go home.
This ain't the Minotaur.
Surprise attack or?
No, he knows we're
he
here.
knew you're there.
Yeah.
This is a surprise. He came to us.
Yeah.
So basically, he roars at us. I roar at him.
So you
Pop claws and rush him.
fuck
All
his
right.
defense.
So you go running up at him.
I don't like the fact that you didn't just take the damage.
I'm kind of sad that I didn't spend a willpower on that. Then I almost did.
You've been dying one more.
Alright. So you go run, you rush at him, your claws strike him, they catch on armor at first, and then rake through,
Mhm.
and you feel them bite into what feels like that kind of like whale blubber type stuff.
Right,
It
right.
goes through that, you get into actual flesh, and you pull out, and there's like this shattered bit of his armor plate, and like this black ichor like splurges out of the wound. And he roars and like stumbles backwards on his perch.
Yeah, he does.
And now he's going to attack you back.
And then you find out that it's really a female shark, and the babies come out.
Oh god.
Well, the babies are inside the shark, and then they come out.
They have egg sacs.
I know, but I thought, don't they hatch inside the mom?
No, they land
I know
in like
seahorses hatch
seaweed and
inside
shit,
the dad.
which is creepy as fuck to watch them birth.
Just-
But
Yeah,
that's all.
I saw the video.
Yeah, I was just saying, because I've seen the video where they've had a
Where
shark on the beach,
Oh yeah.
and they cut it open because it was dead, and they saw stuff moving in it.
Yeah.
They got the baby sharks out and brought it to water.
Well, yeah, because some sharks, I mean, they're born in the womb, and I've told this story like 5 times. Fucking, I watched a documentary. They shoved this microscopic like thing in the shark vagina, and the baby sharks are in there, and then the narrator, in like perfect seriousness, the embryonic sharks, as they're born, begin to fight and kill each other until there's only one remaining, and then that is the only shark to be born.
Hi.
And I'm like, what?
Why?
Hi.
Brutal. Okay, let's see.
Fuck.
It's like I now know way more about sharks than I ever needed to know.
No triplets for that.
Alright, so
Two of them come to a standstill.
They fight
the
to a
jailer,
draw.
Yes.
not pleased with your attack,
I imagine.
proves that he can give almost as good as he took, and brings the chain swinging down, and it swipes across you. With your defense armor combo deducted, then that is 7 lethal.
Question. Oh wait, I already did a reflexive. Never mind. Dang it.
You can't soak it.
Oh no, because I was thinking because I have impenetrable defense, but that's reflexive, so I'll have to do that next time.
You can't do more than one reflexive thing?
Yeah, you can do like super reflective stuff, like spend blood to heal, or anything internally, but an actual like activating a power that's reflexive, that takes up your reflexive action for that turn.
Okay, so how
she
many
can't
ones again?
She can still soak.
No, I
because
can
that's,
soak.
that's healing.
Yeah,
you
it's
can
an extra
always
power.
heal.
How many was it?
Huh?
How many was it?
So 7 lethal.
Nah, I'll reduce that to 2.
Take 2 lethal.
Oh, so
Is that there? I thought I put 3 on the table. That's usually all we need.
If you did, everybody took them.
Okay, then I'm out of
Jordan didn't bring his bag of.
No, here. You can use this one. I don't write down stuff today.
Oh no, I didn't.
Alright.
I laugh at him.
Okay.
I'll take it and then I laugh at him.
Okay.
Just because I like pissing people off.
Alright.
That's just how it is.
Morbus.
That's how I roll.
Actually, and then on his turn, after he strikes you,
My roar was better than
you guys hear this this rapid little chittering, and 3 of these guys appear.
Oh, yay.
Oh, sweet.
Just on the platforms and upside down
You're not going
walkways.
back
Fuck those.
Yes. They appear.
You're gonna go crazy again.
Go crazy. Alright, so Morbus is gonna go. Morbus kind of like shoves you guys a little, like to give himself a little space, and then he puts his thumbs in his mouth, bites down on them, and then drops to his knees and appears to start drawing a diagram on the ground beneath you in blood. Chandra's turn. He's gonna see if it takes him a turn to do that.
So what was Morbus' initiative?
His initiative was 26.
Wait, Shabra, didn't he just go? He hit her.
No, that was the jailer. Chavra is y'all's ally.
Yeah.
The one that she was in.
He's-
Oh,
he's
that
my-
guy. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
he's my buddy.
Y'all have several NPCs here helping you guys. I've got Chavra, Morbus, Rigoletta, and Laura. They're all helping you guys in this fight. Okay. Shog's gonna run up there with Sarah and swing his hammer. Okay.
He's got like he's got some.
He swings,
to work off.
and the jailer like catches the hammer on one of his arm plates and kind of like shoves it back. And but he nonetheless like shakes his hand like ow. And Shogberry cut like makes this weird like sound as like his tentacles wriggle at him. Les, your turn.
Where are those people that appeared?
They're all around. None of them are directly on this platform. You have to like run, and you have to get past to be able to like run through the platforms around them, or jump, because again, gravity is wonky here. But there's one to either side of you guys, and there's one like above you on an upside down platform, looking down at you guys.
Okay. I'm going to pull out the Great Black Sword. So I get one more defense.
And chunk it like a spear.
I rolled a 9. Unfortunately, it's not my guitars.
We're gonna get that again.
Alright. I'm going to use doubling cut. Not wrathful cut, but doubling cut. And I'm going to swing that big ass sword at the jailer.
Okay.
Let me figure it out. So, strength figure 11. So let's see. And that thing is. How much experience do I have? 17. We're going to go ahead and go up all the way with weaponry. 2 of these. So that's. If I'm at 3 dots, I can still buy in bulk up to 10. I mean, up to the 5th dot, right? I'm working.
Yeah.
No. So never mind. Sorry, that's merit.
It's a merit.
So this is. That's 12, I believe. So we'll go up one. 5 experience. All right. But I'm wielding a heavy weapon, so I'll get 1 for that. So make that 5. 16. That's
Every time I forget that I have that thing. But I have to do it right before combat starts.
Ferric's
Oh,
sword
it lets
was
me
a 5, right?
Roll and analyze my
Modifier?
opponent, and
I believe
get,
so.
like,
Yes.
defense
Yeah.
bonus for every success.
Oh, cool.
Krypton is a 4.
Yes.
You really
Okay,
need it.
so 5.
You
So
really
that's
need it.
No, but that's just
21.
adding on to the
30.
wall.
30. Okay.
So 8
So
lethal.
8 lethal. Let's see. So, and that I thought is doubling cut a single attack or 2? A double?
No, it's 2 attacks.
It's 2 attacks.
I'm
Okay,
saying
that's
what's
the first
gonna
one.
happen.
Okay. So let's see.
And there's no negatives.
There are. Let's see. So you swing. You swing your the first blow. Again, breaches his armor as Sarah's did, but you feel like you mostly caught blubber through that strike. But he still reels back and like ow fuck. And then you can do your second attack.
Okay. And this one, for my boxing, there was no negative, but for 2 weapons, there's a negative for 2 weapons, for 2 attacks. But this one doesn't have a negative. I don't say it. It just says the character can make 2 weaponry attacks against opponent at the same time. That's a 5. Okay. 26. That's 7.
Yes. Right. Because 25 is just below. It would be 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause
All right. So let's see.
You were
20 is
something, he
5.
was looking to you for an extra.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's fine.
Because 20 is 5.
They were
And
doing
then
that.
23 is 6. And 26 is 7. So 7 lethal.
I'm not the only one who knows how many successes something has.
I have it,
are.
I have it written down.
No one else knows.
No, he has it written down here.
I have it written down 220.
Oh, gotcha.
You're right, Harry.
Yeah, we're probably getting to that territory where y'all are breaching the 20 barrier. Alright, so let's see. So the first
20 successes.
you cut through and slices through Blubber, and he reels back. The next one comes in, and he like raises an arm to block it, but you bite deep into his arm anyway, and he he almost like backs up and then shoves back, and you see the flesh close over as soon as your blade comes back out. So he took one of those hits and soaked the other.
Cut him with the thing, and then tentacles come out of the wound and wrap around the blade, and then you're in a grapple.
You have been grappled.
I thought you were going to
I
say.
pull it through.
I thought you were going to say the tentacles come out of the arm and then they just go. It looks like
They go.
it's real.
Start sewing them together. Like needle and thread.
Yeah. Neatly stitching. Okay, so what's this?
So I don't remember which one of y'all posted the video with all the people doing the crazy shit, but I still can't figure out what the guy at the very beginning at the phone store was doing. That's not how that works. No.
Give it up, Sushi.
Learn how to use sushi.
Ruined.
What's that? Okay. Real quick. I forgot I needed for this fight. I need your staminas.
Oh yay.
What's your stamina? 4. Break.
It's 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't remember where it was.
I don't know why I didn't look.
Well.
3.
Thank you, by the way. Vulcan.
Dos.
Okay. And Sarah? Alright.
If you need that.
Deux.
Okay. Right, your stamina. Yeah.
Tanky as a fuck.
Oh yeah.
At least 5.
Vulcan
I'm
doesn't
the
need
beastiest
stamina.
of the beasts.
He laughs at stamina.
That just wouldn't.
Oh,
All
no,
starts disappearing.
No, honestly, I really do need to bring that up. I have other things I would rather spend on.
Yeah, that's what I said last time, and then it was like, fuck, I actually need that for this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die just from this guy roaring.
Okay. So what happens then is actually that's just the first one. The next one's gonna be okay. So what happens is the first of these guys, dude, they're called torturers. Wriggle like flares out its tentacles and opens its big lamprey mouth at you guys, and that bulb on the top of his head flashes. And as it does, you guys feel just pain ripple into your bodies. You two take 4 lethal. You take 5, and you take 6. The next one does the same thing. However, I'm going to get. You're going to soak first from that last attack.
How does the soak work?
You spend 1
or
and you
Resilience.
for resilience.
Mhm.
How many am I allowed to soak?
you can soak up to your resilience. You can only spend 1 at a time for
Yes.
resilience.
Okay,
I'm going to use 1 to soak.
Mhm.
3 resilience.
Okay,
And remember, you can only spend up to your blood potency per turn.
I've spent 2 so far, and then
So I soak 3. And how much was that?
You took 5. You two took 5. So you now then reduce that to 2 lethal.
And I'm already hurt too.
You two took 4.
No, I didn't.
Okay, so you didn't take it, and you soaked as well. So you took 1 then. You have his ranking in resilience, right?
No, yeah, I do.
Okay, so-
I'm still thinking if I want. Yeah, I'll just heal up.
Okay, so you took 9. So you two took 9.
Put these over here.
Alright.
Okay.
So that'll That means I took 3.
Okay, so you took 3.
Okay, I use 3 blood.
Okay.
The lethal is the X.
So I soak up all of that.
I forgot my Fitbit again.
Yeah, lethal is X, yeah.
I
So
soak
what?
I forgot my Fitbit again.
I realized that I forgot mine when we were in the Kroger. I was like, damn.
Now I'm angry.
I won't tell Amber. Maybe she won't notice. Alright. Okay, so then Terrell, you soaked 2, so you only took 2, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you take 2. You 2 didn't take any, you took 3, and you soaked it all up, okay. The next one does the same thing. You 2 take 3. You 2 take 4, and you take 5.
Okay. Can we use the resilience for that one?
You can do it again, yes, if you have not spent too much blood for the round. Like, you can keep spending.
I thought you could only do resilience once per turn.
Oh, that's right, you do, yeah. You're
Yeah.
right, you were correct.
Mhm.
So, no, you cannot resilience this, but you can heal normally.
And you heal up to your blood.
So wait, what was it that caused that again?
No,
The
you can
the
only-
torturers. These,
you can only
Didn't you already
use-
soak? We're still in the same turn.
Ah, shit. I
Oh, yeah,
did.
you did. Yeah, you're right.
You can only use
Catch
as
that.
much blood potency.
So, yeah, you could not soak.
Thanks, Ben.
You could, but you could not
in
soak.
that
Son
But
of
you
a
like
could
bitch.
if you're blood potency 3, you can only use 3 blood.
But you could
per
spend spend
Yeah.
blood. You still have extra blood to heal normally.
So they didn't
Yeah, but
roll quite as
it's 1 for 1 though.
Mm.
Yeah, no, I don't have enough blood for that.
Okay.
I can't soak anymore.
I'll
Okay.
do 1.
So how much is it?
How much did I take? 3? 4?
You took 3 from that last
So
one.
I took 4.
So you could still soak, but you
No.
couldn't. You could use if you soak the first one. I'm saying you could still soak the first one. You hadn't used resilience yet, right?
No, I used resilience last one.
Okay, so but you can't soak this one.
Yeah.
All right.
You
So
have
I'll
to
just
you just have to heal.
Yeah.
I was just double checking.
Okay, so
I'm gonna have to because I won't be able to take that.
all right. So what are you at then?
12.
I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay. And not even a wound penalty. 1, 2, 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna be.
10. All right.
I'll heal.
Fulton, I have you at 3. What did you do for the last one?
All right, so it was 5, right?
Yeah, it was 5.
I'm gonna straight up heal all of it.
All right. So you only have 3. Drake.
I can't. I already used all 3 of mine.
Okay, so then you take 4 from that last one.
Yeah, I'm hurt a lot.
4.
I'll use 16.
I'm
I'll use 6
sitting at
blood.
9 lethal right now.
And then you take 4 from that one. Or are you spending any? Do you have any blood?
I spent 1 blood.
Okay. So 3 for 2 out. All right.
Oh well, fuck it. I'm gonna
Remember,
spend
y'all
30
have
X.
reliquaries too.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna spend 36 XP now to buff resilience all the way to 5.
To get 5 resilience. All right. All right. Drake is now your turn.
I'll take it.
There is, by the way, looking around, there's only 2 of the 3 torturers that have used their turn this round.
Okay.
I thought that there was only 3 torturers.
There were only 3. 2 of them used their went at the same
These
time.
guys piss me off more too much. I might end up pulling out my shotgun that I've been holding on to forever.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You have.
I have weapons. A lot of weapons.
Used your what do you call it?
How far away are they? Are they within chain reach?
No, they're within like bow and knife throwing reach. I would not say chain reach, unless you had like a really.
And shotgun would be. Would it be at the iffy range, or is it still?
You'd be at a negative.
You'd be like right at the edge of your range with the shotgun. Yeah, they're still shotgun about mid range weaponry. So yeah.
Alright, so I throw a knife. 5 successes.
Okay.
At the guy that has an attack to it.
Okay. He immediately dies. Like you hit him and he just spouts ichor and rolls over and dissolves.
So with my second attack, I aim at another one.
All right.
So there's this game by the people who made Dark Souls and Armored Core called Metal Wolf something or other. It's
I know the armor core.
Yeah, they did. And it never got released in America, which is ridiculous because the plot of the storyline is that the
You failed?
vice president of
the
the
third
United
one.
States.
Okay.
2 successes on the second one.
All right, and he dies too.
So the
They're
vice
very
president of the
rigid.
United States stages a coup d'etat.
They hit hard, but they die in a single hit. So that's you. That is what you have. That's what Drake has learned by the fact that he threw really good on the first one. It was kind of like, oh, hey, so that.
Okay. Nice.
Is what he has learned.
So the vice president stages a coup d'etat against, and they invade the White House.
I guess I'll attack the other one. I'll pull out a gun and shoot.
Okay.
And so the president fights back in a giant mech. And so you play as the
What is
president of
it?
the United States
Dexterity
trying to take back
Yeah, that's
America.
the firearms, yes. Plus your weapon mod.
And at one point, the
Whatever
president of the
weapon
United States says,
damages.
I will believe in my own
Those pistols
justice.
I got from the thing.
That is what my
Two, right?
father
Yeah, two,
would
yeah.
have done.
So
Yeah, 2.
And I am taking back
12.
America.
The bullet flies through it and it spouts ichor and falls over, rise, and curls up all spider-like.
And the reason I mention this is because the mech can hold like 40 weapons. And so when you go to change weapons, these two big like cylinders that kind of float in the air open up and it's like 8 arms come out with weapons on it. It's like a CD changing cabinet of weapons. That's what you are.
I was like this whole long story about weapons. That's what you are.
He had to Louis C.K. that shit.
Yeah. Vulcan, it's your turn.
Not a Louis C.K. this boss.
All the torturers are dead. You can see.
Okay.
You aren't gonna go get anything to set it on, or
I don't know. But I think we might have some paper towels.
Coasters.
I'm surprised it's sweating that much.
Well, you have ice.
It always sweats that much, dude. Like every time you do that.
It's also a little hot in here, so the other thing.
Okay.
The small space with 6 people and 3 computers. At least 2 of which tend to overheat a bit.
So with my range cut, does it count as a range attack? Meaning that they don't get their defense?
Yes.
How was your range cut?
Because it's not. I mean, normally your defense is based on the reasonability that the guy's up next to you and you were watching his blade come in, but they can't. There's no blade to watch. It's just the cut happening. So.
I love this.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how this will roll. This is not the most powerful thing I can do, but I've been wanting to do this for a while,
Yeah.
so I don't give a shit.
I think in Mage and when you cast it, it's not even a defense calculator. It's like you subtract something from the pool.
So 5, 10, 15.
Set it all flat and everything. And you just
And you're invading my space.
care.
set it on the ground.
That's what she said.
That's why I said it in the womb. That's why I kicked this bitch ass out first.
Alright, so I will do.
But
I was up under
obviously
ribs
you
and I was trying to get away from him, but he wouldn't stop.
Anything to stay with mommy longer.
Oh, your ass was just trying to go.
No.
If I spin it, okay, if I do
That
my
one
thing-
was good enough. There's no argument. You can't say to come back.
if I spend a willpower and I do this power that allows me to do multiple attacks in a single thing,
Mm-hmm.
do I get the +3 to each one of them?
I think so.
What was the question?
On one of the attacks that lets you do multiple strikes, and you spend a willpower on that using that maneuver, it counts for the whole maneuver, right? I just realized I don't think we were.
I've never run into that.
Okay.
I don't know.
I would
think that
assume
be
it
all for
boosts.
you.
I assume it boosts the whole thing.
Most of the time when I do like willpower
Mhm.
and I attack with my guitars with the boxing, I
Mhm.
only counted for the first one.
Probably only count for the first one.
But nobody, I never asked.
Table.
I'm thinking it counts for the first one, and then every successive strike is just.
That's the way I
it's
used it, so I would say that.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah, it's
Or-
like we put all the power behind the next one, and then also fuck your mom. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So let's do that. That accounts for the first one.
Yeah.
Also because he also has the multi-strike thing too. So let's house rule that.
Everyone has multiple strikes.
Yeah.
Well, never mind. We won't do
You
that.
get a multiple strike.
You get a multiple strike. You are. Everybody gets a multiple strike.
Down.
With a free weapon.
I want to run that talk show. Next.
Trident, maybe.
She's actually weirdly she's dual wielding pole arms right now, but she doesn't know what else to do.
She's still
And,
moving.
and she has experience in that, so.
Oh. Well, she is a college chick. You know how dirty they are.
I'm just picturing someone looking over the fence at the same time me and Jordan are both going.
That's right.
You said college chicks, but me and him at the same time. That's what their mom went.
So I do my multi-strike thing from across the room at the jailer. First one does 4 lethal.
Mm-hmm.
The next one does 4 lethal.
Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Alright. Mm-hmm.
So 4 lethal, 4 lethal, 3 lethal, 5 lethal.
Woo!
Alright, this one of those guys are still alive.
No, I thought they were all dead.
No, Richard killed one.
Oh, you did?
So then I thought it's just the jailer.
Alright,
Yeah,
never
You did
mind.
just the jailer.
Okay.
I forgot about Richard.
And he falls off and down.
So you see Vulcan, he puts his bow away. There's this move, and then you see on him.
Yep.
4 times?
Slash,
Yes.
slash, slash.
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 No, that's 5. I did the 4th one.
Damn it. Okay, so Laura goes.
Guy has a fucking
She
Western RPG health bar.
yes, she does. She puts down her she plants her pole arm, her naginatas in down on the ground, kneels down, and starts doing this mumbling thing in that Cthulhu-y tongue, and then like raises her eyes or raises her head and her eyes like flash, and there's that ripple of space that y'all have seen happen when she blinks to places.
And she heals everyone.
No, she's actually not healed. But you do see that across him, a lot of spatial ripples show up, and several of his pieces of armor snap, shatter, or fall off.
Oh, wow.
She's reduced his armor, so.
No, she used sexy jutsu on him.
I had a friend who had never watched Naruto, and he saw like one episode of Shippuden, I guess, where Naruto used that. He's like, "Wait, what?"
Oh, that when he turns
like,
into a
yeah,
girl
he did
or
it in the
something.
first episode.
That's how they beat the thing.
He's like, He's like, "Why does he turn into a girl?" Because it's Japan. All right.
Well, because it's called the harm jutsu.
Regaliera. She's low on blood, so let me have her speak it off for you.
Yeah, Jordan, that
Alright,
was
so there's
there was.
3 of
That's the
you
final.
in front of him.
They,
So she's gonna spend her round
reverse
full
harm
moving.
jutsu, and that's how they beat it.
And she's gonna do that. She does her stretchy thing to basically drop from the platform and swing up to behind him. So that next turn she can attack, because the all 3 are kind of blocking the walkway, so she can't get up on him. So now she is positioned behind him. All right, back to the top of the round. Sarah.
So I have a kind of weird request.
What is this?
He's a big guy.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get on him
Yes.
without actually attempting to grapple him?
You can jump to try to stand on him. Yes.
I mean, like, I want to grab on, because in order for him to then, like, try and get me off of him, basically, is that, like, that means that he would potentially have to drop his weapons. You see what I mean? Or try and...
Don't you have a disarm maneuver in your Krav Maga?
I do. But then that'll use his turn, potentially.
Oh.
Because I don't actually want his weapons.
You can jump onto him.
Because it's not really a grapple, because I'm not trying to immobilize him.
Right,
But I want to be able to hold on. You see what I mean?
You can jump onto him, but you would only be on him, which means that he would basically just be able to shrug you off reflexively because you just destroy your balance.
Oh, okay.
If you can still jump on it and use and it'd be a grapple, but grappling doesn't always imply immobilizing either. You have to actually immobilize as a maneuver after initiating the grapple. So grappling just means I have you. You must now contend with the fact that I'm grabbing you,
Okay.
which is what you're trying to do, right?
Well, I'll try and do it because I have a decent pull for it.
Okay, so go ahead and jump in and try to grapple him. And I guess you're going to jump on his arm or his head.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks like a flea jumpy.
Are you doing the? Are you going to do that cat thing where you jump onto your face with their claws and then you punch the cat because it's a cat? Not because it jumped your face, but because of the cat.
Oh, yeah. I do want to punch JoJo.
What did he do this time?
He was born.
3.
Fair enough.
He makes a huge
Yeah.
mess.
Okay.
That doesn't cover it up.
You should have told your mom no.
I roll very
She was
high.
wrong for doing that.
It was
Well,
either that or she was going to.
Alright.
What?
the grapple initiated, but he
Put
was
him
very much in
down?
control of it.
No, put him bring him
You
to
move a 10,
Which
so
will in turn.
you jump at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
And-
was wrong. She should have done that. She should have thrown out the cat that she just pulled off the
She
street.
shouldn't even got the
You
cat.
like jump at him to grab
You should
grab
play
him,
this
and
section
he
of the
snatches
argument.
you out of the air
Your mom.
and like holds you and is like roar.
I roll back at him.
Okay.
Because that's just what I want to do. Yeah, I can make scary noises too.
All right, so
No, I was just saying that's what it sounds like to him.
I have an intimidation of 4. I can do it.
so he's in that grapple with you, which does indeed
So
use his turn.
yeah,
Right.
Sounds like a lie.
Morbus finishes what he was doing.
And heals us?
Well, he's so work with me here. He's doing some of his proprietary blood sorcery. And he finishes drawing the diagram, which is something like a Seal of Solomon with a lot of extra glyphs in it and stuff.
Okay.
And then he stands up and thrusts his hands forward and says something that sounds Hebrewish, and there's the whirling rush of the whirlpool beneath you, and for like a very brief second, you're aware of the fact that roar stills, and the water kind of like all the water spray flying around you kind of slows, and for those of you who are capable of perceiving such fine details, you see that the water droplets are changing color, and that in the very center of each droplet is a blossom of red that then blooms outwards to completely consume it. And in the very second after he's done this, all the flying water in the air is blood.
Sweet, I saw.
And we all frenzy.
Well, actually, is anybody close enough to hunger frenzy? Are you three VT or lower?
No.
Okay, you're fine.
Am I bloodthirsty enough where I have to roll?
Are you in a rage?
No.
Okay,
but
then you're
I'm
fine. No.
less.
You are
glutton.
gluttonous, but
Do not take this from us, you
but
motherfucker.
you're not in a rage.
No,
If you're raging, I'd make you roll for it. But no, you're not raging. So what happens now is that his mechanic for this is that you guys can now reflexively, as your reflexive action, feed once per round, and then still act by just basically opening your mouth like.
How much do we normally get?
It's 2 vitae as usual. Like when you buy a human, you get 2 vitae per success. So it's 2 vitae per reflexive action to feed.
So if I was to do blood compulsion, how much would it pull in?
A lot. You'd probably fill up. In fact, can you even hold more? What are you at right now?
Yeah, I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay, you could probably fill up if you do blood compulsion. Yeah.
Well, I actually went down. I mean, I used vigor, celerity.
Can we
Right.
reflexively feed again for our move?
Yeah, if you want to spend the whole round just feeding me, you can do that too, and you'll get more. And at which point I would have you roll a thing to be like trying to actively catch it, and I'm like, So yeah.
There's so much.
Some of us are low enough.
So that just happened. Shabra.
That bitch.
He rolled his die. Oh.
10.
Yep. It's the second time it's rolled in a row.
He's gonna put that camera down.
That's
didn't you
liquid
get a
enough.
spoon?
Can you drink it?
There's no spoon clean.
Oh.
And we were coming in here, so I didn't have time to clean it.
So Sarah, the arm that you're being held in, that like the jail is holding you, Chagra
but I needed to
ducks
break it apart.
underneath it.
It was frozen.
Like throws his shoulder up into the guy's forearm and like to push up, and then swings his hammer up into the elbow joint.
Yes.
And there is an audible snap, and his arm bends the wrong way. And he reels backward, and
He will be rewarded for this.
his fingers release you. It is up to you if the grapple is ended though, because you can hold on.
No, I'm still holding on.
Okay, well his arm falls limp at his side, and he can no longer use that arm to fight now. But he still has his other chain.
Looks like someone else is in the tentacles.
Yeah, because if I
You should
take
grab
it
his
though,
keys.
Take his arm?
no. I mean, I could.
Shit.
I technically could. I could just slice it off.
Just big B wolf that thing.
Yes, absolutely. Because can I shift it then to would I have to break it then reinitiate it for his other arm or?
Oh well, no. You can hold
You see what I
on.
mean?
You can hold on and use your next grapple move to try to get over to his other arm and
Okay,
keep
yeah,
control
I'll
of the
do that
grapple.
then.
Yeah. It's just you have to declare whether or not you're letting go
No,
or hanging on.
no.
Okay, so you're hanging on. All right, so you're still in the grapple with him.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
gonna spider monkey that shit.
he rolled an 18 on the die alone on that one. Les, your turn.
Alright.
Oh, and right after he takes that turn, when he takes his turn, 3 more of those tortures spawn around him.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Okay, so reflexively, we get how much blood?
2, reflexively.
And it's the blood stuff isn't happening near me, right?
No, it's happening in the whole chamber.
Oh,
like
it
he
is.
like he literally just transformed all the water
That's
in
turning.
the air and churning
Okay.
in here into blood.
But you have to use your turn to drink some of it.
No.
You said it was reflexive.
You can reflexively drink
Because it's spraying.
at any time. Yeah.
I see. Okay. Yeah, I need to do that then.
So you can
Because of
grab
my
2
thing.
blood.
Good, because I need it. Where's the thing? Oh wait, I
Can we
have
all
a
just go
full
ahead and do
damage.
that?
That's why I left it.
Yeah. You can do a reflexive action at any time during the round. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to wait for your turn.
I'm going to.
I forgot that I hadn't yet used my reflex.
Right.
And that's why I was confused.
I'm going to run up to the jailer.
Okay.
And grapple and grab the keys.
Okay, so you're jumping in on that grapple. Give me a strength roll. He's just up long enough to resist you. So.
I rolled a 3, so 16, 19.
Okay. You run up in there and you jump on him, but he keeps his balance and has that hip angled away from you. You are not in control of this. You're going to have to wrestle with him to get him back into position to get to what you're trying to get at. But he has 2
Well, I thought she controls the grapple.
No. He's still in control of this grapple that's going on, and you just try to jump in to grab control of it, and his strength is still high enough that you're not doing that.
That devotion I have where they have to,
one of them.
it gets minuses, that's when I'm in control of the grapple, right?
Control of grapple is whoever rolls higher. So you rolled a 3 to grapple them.
I meant the negatives later.
Oh, the negatives, yeah. That's when your devotion kicks in. Yeah, because it's a negative to all actions in the grapple, right? Not initiating.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Whoa. Okay. So one of those torturers gets his turn, and it goes like that, and then this light bulb kind of fizzles, and it's like, yay!
And he dies.
And nothing happens now. No, he doesn't die. He rolled a 1.
Yes.
Drake, it's your turn.
Fuck that guy.
Kill the other one.
So I'm attacking the other. How many here?
There are 3.
I'm attacking I'm
Three
attacking one of
each
the
round.
other 2 first.
So since I couldn't grab the keys,
That's a 1.
That's the 1.
Seriously.
I should have
So
just,
you lost a knife. Just was sailing out into the blood.
should have just paid him.
You do have a hold on him. Like you're in the grapple now with her and him. Like the both of
Because I
you
know
are
you
on
can-
him, but
I know you can, if I grab him, I can
4 successes on
Yeah,
one
yeah,
of them.
yeah, that's true. Huh?
4 successes on one of them.
Okay.
And then attacking the other one
Mm-hmm.
that didn't attack.
That's a
That's
10.
a 10.
Wasted it on a 1 hit kill.
If I had that speed thing, I could just change the
7 successes.
trajectory of this thing.
7 successes.
It's straight.
That one is just it's like it's a cinematic ninja movie thing where you see the knife hit his forehead and it continue to buzzsaw down his torso, cutting cleanly in half. And then it just it's frozen for a second, and it falls into the end of it peels apart.
Nice.
Oh.
And I stand there like, I miss.
And then this.
There's one explanation for that. It's Drake. There's no
it's no in between. It's all or nothing.
either he leaps over the Eiffel Tower or he can't get up a fence.
So and I'm making note of all this stuff for the second movie.
Oh God, the second to the one. All right, so let's see. Yeah, Rigletta's going to enjoy making mint on your scripts. Terrell, your turn. There is one, because he missed, one torturer still left alive.
I just noticed something. Our turn order goes like this.
It worked out really well.
It did, actually.
Can I heal and shoot that one?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll spend a blood to heal one. And then I'll shoot the other one that's left.
Alright.
Yeah.
We can spend the blood to heal.
Yeah, you can spend you can spend the blood 1 for 1 per lethal to heal at any time. You just can only spend as many blood per turn as you have blood potency. Yeah.
Firearms is dexterity and firearms, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Plus your weapon line.
13, so 2.
Yep, and it's dead. You blow its head off and it falls to the ground.
You don't remember
Good
that?
job, they never got to take their turn. Well, one of them did, he failed. So, y'all got that thing again. Vulcan, your turn. Switching to bow. So, yeah.
Sarah's the first one to act at the
He's
top of each round, right?
Big enough that, yeah. And you don't need a call shot around them.
Whenever her turn comes up, I'm just going to reflexively heal.
Alright, so
Or reflexively drink.
if I want to hit the part in his shoulder that allows him to move his arm, what's the penalty?
It's a joke.
It's a joint.
It's right here.
Yeah.
The rotary cutter.
Yeah, he's pretty big, though.
Well, but if you hit him, you don't have to hit the ball, and you just got to cut him right here.
Still have to hit it pretty hard. I'm going to say it's a -4. You need to get at least 4 successes on that hit to immobilize that arm. Until I can break him down.
I'm going to spend a little power.
Okay, so that reduces the negative to a 1.
And then, how does blood buffing work?
1 for 1 to increase any physical stat
Okay.
or attribute.
So however much blood you get spent per turn.
And since y'all are a BP 6+, then that can go all the way up to 10. If you can spend that, you can spend 5 blood or army blood in a turn.
So I'm going to spend the willpower. That decreases it to a -1, and then
Like if, at any point, like you could literally just slap down 7 blood and a +7 strength if you really wanted to spend your blood that way.
I get blood back pretty fast.
You do.
Even in this dungeon.
Yeah. That good gnashing maw. Good gnashing. Meow.
Good gnashing meow. Meow.
Oh, no, not meow. Meow.
Good gnashing meow. Completely mispronounced.
I'm going to have to math. Really hard.
So you guys want to let him get off many attacks. That's why I put the torturers in there.
They did a number.
They're going to keep him in there. If that one hadn't rolled 1. Motherfucker. He has failed me for the last time.
Failed me for the last time.
That specific NPC is never getting recycled.
This is when Jordan would normally have woke up to go Check his points.
No. Not 2 o'clock. I don't ever wake up that late on the weekend anymore.
I woke up at 7 this morning. I was mad.
I woke up at 6:15.
I wanted to be a
I woke up at 4:30.
Shit.
I've been asleep for too long. 10 hours.
Well,
Yeah, I went to bed at 9 last night, I think.
I think I fell asleep at 7.
Fuck, dude, that sucks.
Jordan didn't want to play anything.
I needed to get up early.
Okay, I will spend 1 blood.
Next time you're off, we need to work on that Minecraft level that I have. Whoa. I want to get down to that. It's going to take 7 years, but...
Alright. So that brings
Did
me
he
up
tell you about what we're doing?
to 22.
Mm-hmm.
So then I just need to roll not a 1.
Oh, God.
no, don't do it. Don't do it.
Pleasure.
That's a 9.
All right.
So
9
21,
again.
30. 8 lethal on his shoulder.
Blow his arm off.
So
Yeah, it's the combustible.
it goes. You take your aim. You let fly. The arrow goes straight through, and you see it hit the joint, pass through, and go out the other side. Acre sports out, and the arm that was from the chain starts to, like, it does this little thing where you can still see the muscle spasming, trying to control it, but it has no control anymore. And he like kind of falls limp at his side, and the chain like slides out his hand and falls down into the now bloody abyss beneath you.
Someone take out his knees, make him
Fighting
paraplegic.
a giant shark man over a bloody abyss.
Yep.
Turn him into Christopher Reeves.
Oh my god.
She is all around his neck.
Yeah, I'm like,
All right.
Just cut this right there.
Yeah, bring in a whole new meaning to that disarm maneuver.
I need to do the thing to him like I did with the werewolf.
Oh
Spin around my fangs.
Your fangs around his neck and decapitate him.
Yeah, take all that madness.
Y'all fucking
I know, that one dude
They
got
started
I
it.
punched through his chest, and that one bitch blinked out, and then she was blinked in, and then
He tried to chase me.
Scourge,
Yeah.
whatever, died.
Scorn.
Scorn, that's right.
Like you do that damage, and like I even had him heal. I didn't even have him spin to heal to see if he could survive. And he did. I was like, shit. Like the first round was full lethal, also full ag.
Fucked his business.
All right. You won't notice it.
Whose turn is it? Meow.
It is now Laura's turn.
This dude has an insane amount of health, considering how much ag and lethal are pumping into him.
Oh, I imagine he's healing.
She's going to try.
Posting on chat.
Well, I'm not getting
She's cursing him again.
That was just.
Right, so you see her do her spatial curse thing again, and the remainder of his armor plates fall off. So he's now basically naked with just like straps of like what looks like hide, and some of it looks a lot like pieces of human bodies that he's strung together as garments.
Oh yeah.
When Shog rips off his clothes and he's got a little, the jailer's got a little fucking little shark penis. Yeah, like that. And Shog says something to him, and he's like,
He just leaves.
then Shog just pulls down, and he's got something rolls down past his feet and shit.
She gets the ground is rolling.
Fruit by the foot.
Alright, Rigoletto
It doesn't just roll, it's like a sneak.
is going to get in on this now.
And it's got ridges.
Ruffles have ridges.
Ridges for
He's got baleen in his.
Coming out to minus 29.
He has those stegosaurus plates going up.
Rigoletto jumps at him. She is not laughing. She actually looks like she's just on the verge of vague frenzy. and she
Why is she so pissed off?
rears her because she just spent her willpower and went all out. So she jumps up and raises her sword and punches it into his back and then drags it down his spine.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
No.
She says something to it. She says something that gets lost a little in the roar, but it sounded like time to fillet this fish.
Here.
I kind of feel bad for the shark. We were fucking him up.
He's at wound penalty now.
At last.
Top of the round. Sarah. So you're still hanging on to him.
Take 2 years.
You saw Lesk decide he's going to jump up in there and grab the guy around his waist. The big guy was still holding his balance. He's looking a little shaky now. So you're going to have to roll to get control of the grapple if you want to do something more to him, or just jump off and start clawing him. It's up to you what he wanted. You were in the grapple still.
Yes.
Do you control the grapple now since he has no arms?
Yeah, do you want to try to take control because he is greatly impaired to resist such a thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Pull his head off.
I totally would too.
Okay.
Just rip it like this.
Underworld style.
Any werewolf movie style.
That was so fucking
17, 4.
Okay. Oh. Okay, yeah, you have it. So you're in control. You may now do something to him.
Yes.
What would you like to do to him?
I'm just gonna claw the shit out of it because by this point I'm like on his shoulders,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm just gonna like
Start
basically
ripping.
like hold his head with this one and just.
Alright. So go ahead and give me an attack roll. Then clouds.
Because I can.
Alright.
Just for funsies.
What's your willpower at?
8.
Like now? Okay.
I should
I'm
pull.
paying attention.
I should pull that shit that Angel did to Colossus.
Oh
So-
shit, dick punch.
No, I meant.
Oh yeah, with the cord around his neck, yeah. just slapping like, oh.
Yeah.
No, at first I thought you were going to say what happened to him in the future when that one thing just ripped him in
Oh
half.
god, yeah.
No, it's right
It's
there.
Sentinel just.
This was just like, no, I want two.
Got 4.
Alright.
So basically just so with basically my feet on like his low shoulder sort of thing, get my arm around the front of his head and just go, never should have caged me.
Nice. Like it.
And then just straight
Is it
down.
4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Straight down into his neck collarbone area.
Okay. So you shove your claws in and get a spurt of ichor as you've got like your claws just in his flesh, and you're like holding on to the his whatever the hell is in here, probably like around his collarbone.
Yeah,
or
collarbone
something.
area. Yeah.
Morbus.
I'm resisting the urge to bite him. Because I want to so bad.
Oh.
Don't forget to be getting your blood back.
Oh.
Your blood back.
Oh, yeah, because we can.
Yeah,
10 and then a
flex of feeding. No, yeah, 10 and 1.
Because I need it.
Still though.
I was getting uncomfortably close to hunger frenzy. Though I am technically already in frenzy, so there's that.
Oh, come on, man.
Morbus is doing some crazy shit.
Okay. Pretty much, yeah. He didn't having finished his sorcery to fuel the rest of you. He then steps forward, draws both of his big ass guns, and just starts unloading at him. One of the shots goes wide, but the others.
Drake, no!
Right in the
Sorry.
That's hilarious.
It would be exactly a Drake thing to happen for Drake 2. He always seems to be right where that bad thing is about to happen. Alright, so he starts unloading into him.
The bullet starts ricocheting. When it comes to his turn to throw a knife, it hits one of the knives.
Yeah.
Alright, and then...
No, his knife from earlier that he's bouncing around hits his knife that's in the air. The one that's bouncing down the elevator shaft.
Yes, that's what I was thinking of.
That one from that long ago.
Okay.
We did some bashing. Oh, no. It's lethal on them.
Yeah.
Leviathans.
Okay, and as per usual, torturous spawn around the room. Okay.
It's a good thing I
One
can
of
attack
them
3
goes
times.
before Chakra.
Yeah.
As long as y'all don't miss, I won't have to use my shotgun.
You're before us. You should use it anyway.
No.
I have 3 attacks. How am I supposed
I know, but
So-
if you can take one out before it attacks anyone.
So once again, unless anybody has raised stamina since I last checked, then that's 3, 4, and 5.
Oh, they go before.
This one does. This one roll high enough initiative to.
So I got 3.
Yeah, you got
Damn
3.
it, I
You got
just
3. You 2 got 4, and you got 5.
I can spend for it. I avoid it.
I'll spend
This
2.
one goes before
So,
Chakra.
is it-
I'll spend
to? How much am I hurt?
4. From 2 to 4.
I spend for resilience.
So you spent for resilience.
Yeah, I did a
Guard
resilience and I spent another blood.
1. Okay, so yeah,
So I don't get
you
hurt.
did nothing. Roll has engage +1. Vulcan, where are you at now?
I didn't take him.
Oh, you didn't take it. Okay, you soaked it. You soaked it too. Did you guys soak it? Okay.
I soaked it, yeah. It was
All right,
only
cool.
3.
Yeah, only 3. All right. Shagra's turn now.
Wait. Is it?
You go after Shaw.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it goes Sarah, Jailer, Morbus, Shagra last.
Okay. Jill already went?
Yeah,
He still moves.
he was busy contending with her grapple, and she
Without his
got
arms.
control of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
without arms, she got control of it, so that was.
He's
her.
basically doing this.
Yeah.
Nah, Shaw rolled shitty that time. He does still do some damage though, which at this point any damage is ag. Les, your turn. This guy's on his last legs, like he's reeling around, and like Sarah is clawing on his throat. Rigoletto looks like she's trying to open up his back to remove his spinal cord.
Oh, she's gonna do a fucking sub-zero.
Morbus just blew a bunch of holes in his chest, and
Predator.
Shaw just knocked out his knee with a hammer
The
blow.
blood, is that grabbing the blood out of the air?
Reflexive.
But my matching knowledge.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
So you can do both.
I can't.
No, you can't. You can do one or the other because they're both
Yeah,
reflexive.
so I
yes.
will take the blood back
Okay.
and do the gnashing mouth.
So you're not all reflexive?
I have it in there. I can go check.
Because they're both reflective, and you can do one or the other.
So I took the blood back. Like I grabbed.
I see.
Yeah,
So
I
you're
didn't-
doing national instead of catching blood. Okay, with you now. Sorry, misunderstood.
Because I did it at the start of the round, and then I was
Gotcha.
like, and then I'm putting it back.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna do gnashing maw and then grab his keys
Okay.
because it's gnashing maw's reflex. That is a 10.
Yay!
Yeah, just confirmed it. That is a 4. Okay, 14. 11 is 5. 16.
Oh, that's right. We can do reflexive actions at any point in the round.
18 and 35.
All right. Describe your execution of the jailer. You got Sarah literally
Take
trying
his
to
key.
rip, you got Sarah literally trying to rip his head off, and it looks like she's succeeding. Rigolette is filleting him, and Shagra and what's his name are pounding into him.
Yeah.
Alright.
You should get into a tug of war with his body.
I'm gonna.
Vulcan is looking very smug at the fact that he took out an arm and is slashing the dude up from a great distance away.
Okay.
Being Virgil.
Yeah.
Alright. I grabbed the shit out of him. Just like. Rah!
He just reaches out and pulls out
I
his
give him a warm
bowels.
hug. And I just bite down as hard as I can, tearing through everything. trying to just take the biggest bite I can.
Right. So,
And then
Shark tank.
when I rip it off, I grab his keys.
so what you guys see is, let's just grab the dude, and, I mean, y'all do the thing, because you're all vampires, y'all do that thing where your jaw kind of unhinges when you go into feed, but it's particularly frightening when you see a Nosferatu do it. It's inhuman in an extreme sense that makes even other inhuman things go, whoa. And then he proceeds to go into that motherfucker like he's in an eating contest and it come down to the final minutes of trying to consume an entire pie with nothing but his face. Just like all up in his chest cavity. Just y'all see the ichor flying and viscera and entrails coming out, and while he appears to get what he considers a large enough mouthful, and then just like hands on the guy's waist, like ripping. You hear that
Just snap.
And
Wet snap.
and viscera just pulling and tearing and ripping as he finally rips it out, and then grabs the guy's keys off of his belt. Yeah. He kind of goes limp at this point, but the twitches of his body inspire both you and Rigoletta and Chabra to keep ripping at him until you're quite certain that he's dead. And you end up like completely ripping out his throat. Huh?
I think that was 10 lethal.
Yeah,
35.
That's
That's exactly 10.
So really over damage. He only had 4 health boxes left, and that was full lethal. His throat is gone. Rigoletta has just opened up and completely exposed his back. And when you get the thing, like he kind of flops forward onto the rail thing and kind of starts to slowly slide. You grab him. Okay, so you grab his body before it completely slides off into the abyss below you.
Yeah, I'd rather not fall off with him. So, so they're set.
I just think he might heal.
All right, so you guys have slain the jailer. And you
Let's
have
check the
his
body.
By the way, how much health did he have?
He had 30 health.
Oh, 30.
He had 30 health. He was capable of soaking 5 around. He originally started with an armor defense of 15. That's why Laura was cursing him to reduce that.
Did you minus any of our shit with that, though?
Yeah, your early attacks took that. Let's see. And he never got to use this, but he had an AoE attack that he could do that was going to have as his last resort once I gotten him all damaged up. But Sarah kept him grappled for most of that fight, and then you joined in, so he had nothing to do but keep contesting the grapple. The torturers have a pool of 18 minus your stamina, and then they roll to do AoE damage to everyone in that range of their little anguish lightning.
Those were good helpers.
So before we leave, can we feed on the stuff that's still
Yeah. It's still the Santiago's miracle is still ongoing. So anybody who wants to fill up can.
I think I did.
What's 3 blood potency?
Can we
13.
heal and then fill up? Or
It's-
you
yeah,
can only
Oh my gosh, please.
You can pretty much sit. You guys can like take a minute and be like, hey, let's
Yeah,
let's
I
drink.
mean,
everything's back to normal.
Drink and heal and drink and heal and drink and heal.
given that I have 10 lethal,
Yeah,
yes, please.
yeah, y'all can do
And that
that.
was with soaking as often as I humanly can.
Remember to keep
Until
your
I
willpower
healed,
where
I
it's
had 9
spent.
lethal.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, y'all can
Whoa.
reset
How much
your.
health do you have?
11. Okay, good.
So
You
we
can
can
almost have
full heal and fill up?
Yeah,
you
full
said?
heal and fill up. Yeah.
Where's
God.
the thing?
How much do you need?
I need 2 more.
I need 5.
While they're doing all that, because I'm healed up, I'm going to check his body for anything else.
5.
The only weapons he had was the anchor.
Yeah, with the anchor chains, and he dropped those. Immobilized his arms. The armor was way too big even for you.
Yeah.
And
Butcher would
Laura
have
shattered it all. Butcher could have used a few of the plates.
Although we probably gave it a shot.
You have the key ring. Other than that, other than taking other than perhaps harvesting his body for parts, like if someone wanted to take his that's why I figured if you want to take his fangs for trophies or cut his heart out to study it, or
That's too much for me.
things of that nature, then,
Teeth,
there's
though.
not much else to take.
I can take
All those
teeth.
torturers
I can
still
take
laying around.
if you let me, I'll take.
Yeah, their bodies are still.
I grab a trophy from one of them.
Okay. What do you want to take? Like a little
Yeah.
frond thing? Okay, you have a little glowy frond thingy. It glows intermittently and randomly.
I'll take enough teeth to make a necklace out of, and I will.
He has a lot because he's a shark.
Yeah, it's like what, like 3 rows?
Yeah,
or
3
some
rows.
shit?
And,
And is he wearing like any like is he wearing any kind of type of jewelry or anything?
No, it was all attached to his armor type stuff. He was pretty much utilitarian.
In the boxes that I was carrying before,
there are a few chains hanging on him, but they don't look any different from the chains you saw just laying around the dungeon when you were walking through either.
Nothing very durable.
I make a necklace.
do you have anything that
I'm
I
gonna
can
walk
take
around
blood
and
in
stab
by
him with my
chance?
sword.
Just stabbing bodies.
Do you have anything that I can take like blood in by chance?
You have the
Double check.
reliquary bottles if you
Yes.
use any of those. Okay, yeah, you have.
To do that thing.
Okay, what are you collecting? His ichor?
Like his blood stuff.
Okay, yeah, you can get a couple of those vials of his ichor.
Okay, once everybody's done harvesting his body, I'm gonna cut his head off.
Okay, it won't be hard. It's mostly he's
It's mostly on my
he's a
list.
Pez dispenser at this point. So
Mostly
yeah, you'll just
nearly
stop.
headless. How can it be nearly headless?
So the jailer is dead. You have harvested
What's
whatever
the
you
pull
like.
that touches shadow?
His head.
Yeah.
Um.
You should put it on a pipe.
What is touch of
Don't do it.
Oh yeah. All right, I'm just gonna put it in my.
I'm gonna kill him again.
Because if Sarah sees you about to do it, she will tell you not to do it.
Yeah, you're gonna see me like study it.
Nuh-uh.
Put my hand in it.
No.
What were you gonna do? Touch a shadow. I'm just gonna put it in.
Don't you do it.
So, what's those, what's the thing called?
They were called torturers, and I don't know what the hell that thing is called on a lamprey's head.
Hold on.
That deal.
It's not a lamprey.
Little,
It's a
or not lamprey, but the anglerfish. It's called an angler.
I will look it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, I think it's called
An
angler.
angler, a lure,
Bait.
yeah. But yeah, the little monster was called a torturer, and you have its whatever.
Yeah, I made a necklace and hung it around my neck.
You all have grisly trophies of your conquest.
They pissed me off the most.
Good job. Is slain. All right. From here, the way out is pretty obvious because it's the way they came.
I feel like we're forgetting something.
Don't worry, he's watching us.
Laura will be able to confirm that this was not necessarily the way you're supposed to come. Annalise had told you guys that if any of you fall in Fomalhaut and they don't immediately render you into ash, then it's very likely that he would take you to the dungeon, and so that's why she swam after you guys and said,
Right.
told him to meet you in the dungeon. From here, the way out is back up into that wharfs area, so y'all will need to get back up out of the dungeon.
So I'm assuming that the boxes that Sarah got were was the treasure.
Yes, which are strapped to your back.
Yeah, I dropped them for the fight.
Okay.
So I would go back and get
So
them.
you have a brace of the boxes
I'll have
there.
New carry them for me because
Oh.
he's bigger.
You will. You can give me a perception check if you want to try to recognize the seal on the box or something like that.
Okay, I will do that.
You'll have a perception check and then a cult check because you'll need to
See that it has one, and then
see that it has one,
what
and
it
then,
is.
and then see if you know which seal that is.
Okay.
So.
Five. Yeah, that's 5. 4 successes on my perception.
All right, so you see it, and you notice that it's a kindred Ventru seal. Looks old. The one that the clan hasn't used in a few decades at least.
It's a luminescent organ called the Esca.
There you go. So you have a torturer's Esca.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
4 successes on my.
Okay. You believe it belongs to one of the lesser known houses. This particular one strikes you as being from a book that you read about disgraced Ventru houses when you were kind of looking out as one of your own, because the Malkov bloodline is considered a disgraced venture house. But this one, they were not seen as proper lords as the others were. This is because there was rumor that they consorted with gangrels, and that supposedly their leader had taken one for his lover, and
We're good like that.
They're wild.
Hell yeah.
the gangrel and the venture were both males, by the way.
Even better.
And the two of them were pretty bloodthirsty, and they were known for raping and pillaging all up and down the coast of Northern Europe. The house name is Rotgrafen. They were essentially vampire Vikings, and they were seafarers, and it would somewhat explain why some of their shit is down here. They went by the nickname of the Sea Kings.
Like the Pokemon?
Yes. But most of the venture of their era were like, you're not supposed to be out there.
Since they were both two
In the
gay
elements
vampires,
and-
were
yeah.
they the sea queens?
Ah!
Their child are the Sea Kings. But their bloodline was known for using protean, the discipline protean, which most Ventru don't learn and look down on.
So
there you go.
Yay!
Yep. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll just give him the background of that occult check.
I didn't.
there we
All right, you're out.
Oh, you found it? Okay.
All right, so you guys are out. You can now make your way up and out. You will find that those keys come in handy for unlocking the main gates that were of that fortress wall that you guys found. So you don't have to crawl through a fucking window again.
Or fall from a window.
Or fall from a window. So you're able to unlock the gates and just walk out onto the wharf.
Like if you
I
first
still feel
jumped
like
at
we're
the wall
forgetting
and
something.
missed the holes.
I can't think
It
of what
sounds
it
like
might be, though. Driving me nuts.
Or missing the warden who's still alive.
go. The Watcher?
The Watcher is still alive and he's out there somewhere.
No, I thought it was the
No, we saved everybody. You got the treasure.
You have Ringoletta, Laura,
We killed
Morbus.
everything.
Except the Watcher.
Well, everything in the dungeon.
Yeah.
The Watcher's gonna come back. He's our rival character for
You
this.
have the
Oh, we're out of character? So,
Mm.
I thought we were
no,
talking
I'm just making y'all have all the NPCs y'all started with.
Yes, we did.
+1.
Plus one now.
Plus one.
No, we're totally out of character.
I thought she was asking in character.
Mm-mm.
Oh. No, I think we got everything. It's just the Watchers around there somewhere.
Okay.
Reasonably certain. All right,
I could
so
roll for it.
I can't think of anything either.
The only thing that you-
Actually, I don't think I want to because I'm at a negative for it right now.
The only thing that I
Yeah.
can think of that you would be
Oh,
forgetting is
surrender.
because someone
Yeah.
woke you up that you don't know.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Oh, no, I know.
Okay.
I figured that out.
So you did.
Yes, I did.
Oh, no.
Um,
Honestly, I can't think of anything. There was a treasure room. I think we found it.
Yeah.
She found it. She has all the treasure.
Well, she
I have all
found
the
it
warning.
and George.
She found it.
We never saw it.
at this point, as y'all are on the wharf, Shoggle will then hand you back your boxes and tell you that this is where he goes his own way.
Go in the
Yes.
corner and fuck.
He doesn't intend to be heading out the direction you were heading.
Go in the corner and fuck him.
That's what he says in his mind. But what you hear is
No, I thought they can somehow communicate.
No, we can.
yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, before y'all take leave, you should go in the corner and fuck him.
It's what Les would do.
Jordan,
Have done.
If you want to go
Females,
fuck him,
yeah,
go right
females,
ahead.
Jordan, you cannot force sex on people. That is rape.
Who says he'd be forcing it?
I raped the shit out of that. Wait, who was it? Olivia or Michelle? I don't remember.
It wasn't
I bit one
rape.
and fucked the other.
It was not rape. They wanted that. That was like they didn't even think it was going to happen. They were like, "Oh, thank God."
I just ask if he ever goes surface side or if he's always down here.
He does. He intends to return to the surface. He committed a crime. He has served his time down here.
You have unfinished business. She says it just dramatically. Trying to mimic him.
I wonder how badly he wanted that jailer.
Pull it up. Wait, I have expression.
Is that your cell phone out there?
Pretty
doing
darn.
it?
Well,
No,
mine
cell phone's-
went off on a text. I don't know who keeps doing Messenger. Probably Justin.
It would be
No,
what
just not
expression?
mine.
What's expression?
Mine. No, it's not mine.
There's a mystery
What's
cell phone
expression?
outside.
Expression?
Oh, it sounds like
Yeah,
it's over there.
to what? Oh, to make that sound?
Mine was sitting on the table while he was
Yeah.
doing all that.
Somewhere.
3.
Okay.
Yep.
I mimic
Oh,
him.
Did you know your cell phone?
Just because I
It's not
can.
mine.
He
I would be getting it on my
he
phone,
stopped
too.
and thinks, I don't know if it's
Yeah.
unfinished, but I do hope that
Not if it's open.
No, it would still pop up on us.
No, but I would still get the message.
Worry not.
I'm making it a negative for intelligence. I'm not going to try to decipher what he meant by that.
He says, worry not. I may look you up.
I'm sure.
He hitches his hammer back over his shoulder, gives a nod to the group of you,
Good fight.
and turns to, and he stops and goes, excellent fight. And then walks off down a wharf that points a different way.
Bye! And you hear the Hulk music where he walks away.
Sticks his thumb. And the further away he gets,
What are you doing?
the less solid he becomes until he's more of one of those various
Less
shadows
solid.
they all can see passing you by as other travelers of this interdimensional
Oh, that's what
highway.
we're forgetting. We're still looking for that thing.
Oh, that big guy's thing, the relic. That's why we came down here in the first place.
It is.
Wait, y'all didn't remember the whole point of this chronicle?
Well, she was
No, I had brought it
remember
up
that
last
part.
time we
I
played.
remember that part. I just meant I thought they were forgetting something else down there.
What to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been weird.
I still want to Google one of those whales.
All right,
That
so
would be so hard to do.
Laura says, all right, well, that was a trip and a half. Our way forward now is through the locker.
Davy Jones off.
Yes.
Was that right?
Yes.
Okay.
I
I remember that
it's
out of character,
it's
but he didn't
supposed to
tell us
be
what
a-
it said.
it's supposed to be a huge ship graveyard. And on the other side of it is where we'll find the center of this place.
Of course. Let's go.
Da-da-da!
Enough wasting time. Run!
Alright, so y'all be able to start making your way in that direction. Let's see if my tablet is frozen or not. I think it is. No, it's
No.
not. That was good.
Poor tablet.
Alright, here we go. Alright.
So I'm gonna go the way she pointed. I'm gonna keep walking.
So for those of you who want any kind of visuals here, just ship graveyard.
Sweet.
It pretty much looks like that. What you guys do is you proceed down the end of a wharf, and it goes on seemingly forever. And you finally come to, and the further you go, then you start hearing the rumble of a storm in the distance, and then you kind of arrive at the storm, and rain starts coming down and pelting you, and at last the wharf ends with a big fish oil lamp hanging overhead, swinging back and forth in the wind, making that eerie creaking sound as it swings from its rusty hinge. And ahead of you is just a mass of drifting waves and broken ships. There are vessels from just about every era here.
In the future.
Even the future. Those big old shield hover carriers.
Technically, that's.
But there are
Yeah.
there are pretty much every kind of ship that you can imagine. There's everything from Grecian triremes and Spanish galleons to Viking longboats, and even some modern day. It looks like a modern day battleship off in that distance over there. They're all various levels of smashed, broken. Looks like the sort of thing you would expect to find if there was like a reef in an area that ships just kept running into, or they broke out at sea under storms and kind of drifted in. The water here is fairly quiet compared to this raging of the storm overhead. Just kind of gentle waves just kind of slosh around these dead ships. And from riggings and bowlines and yard arms hang lanterns everywhere, just kind of providing that eerie amber glow that barely lights your way through. Finding your way through is going to be a challenge because the wharf ends here, and from what you can see, it's mostly driftwood and ships that you have to traverse. So, check your challenge for this one. Alright, so Laura says, alright, so the only way through is to sail. We need a...
No horns this time.
we need some kind of a... So dumb. We need a vessel that is seaworthy, at least enough to get us across this mess.
I get towards Rigoletta and I was like pat her on the back and say, "Go, flatten out, turn into a ship."
No, that's not how that works.
Everybody grab her so that land,
Don't you dare.
so that land that had that glowing creature in it. What did it look like?
It looks kind of like a little squid
Okay.
with big, as these large black eyes, in itself is bioluminescent. Alright, so there's ships around here. Brokenish fuck.
Okay, I failed.
Okay.
Alright, perception.
It's a 5.
Find a vessel.
9.
Okay.
24.
Okay.
So 6 successes.
You spot 3 that look like they might work. They're kind of
Alright,
drifting amongst
busted a tab.
this. There's some of the smaller ones that look like they survived all this wreckage.
I'll point him out to
Morgan.
Morgus.
Because of this snatching. He looks as oh yes.
How did you get 24 on a
That one was pretty
perception
good.
roll?
I also got
4?
6 successes.
Did I say 24? Oh, 14.
You spot
You spot nothing.
Okay, I got 6
you spot
six
you
successes.
see the 3 that he saw. And then there's another one off in the distance that looks like it's a bit more intact, and it looks like it's like it was a
What's the perception?
what you call it?
What's composure?
It looks like it was one of those man of war type ships, like the really big ones. And it looks oddly intact. It's just kind of sitting there. And you can see, and it looks like its anchor chain is down.
Is it Spanish?
6 successes.
It- Portuguese, I believe.
Damn it.
Close.
I pointed out.
I was in like
4
6
successes. You see the same one. You see the same vessel that she saw.
We're all
But you,
saying
and from what you can see, it definitely looks like that's probably going to be your best bet.
Okay.
It looks like it's got mostly intact sails and so on and so forth.
Yeah, we can use Rigoletta as a sail.
Is that what? Oh, it's a sail.
As a sail.
She's not quite that stretchy.
So you can stretch her out
She can open
and
her
make her
legs.
sing.
All right. So the question, however, is: are you going to get to it?
That's what we said to Corey was.
Because it's maybe just under a mile.
I can jump that.
Get
Out of the
a, get a
water.
smaller boat.
You
To get to the bigger
jump
boat.
that far.
Get a smaller boat to get to the bigger boat.
That would probably be a pretty good idea. There are 3 of those smaller boats nearby.
There we
Smaller.
They look like
boats.
dinghies and such.
I will go.
Sailboats.
I will go to the one that looks the best. Of
All right.
the 3 I had seen.
I have 2 dots of drive. I can
I'll
take
say
this
each
one.
of you who are going to go inspect them, give me an int academics roll
Yes.
to inspect it.
So I'm at negative
Yes.
1.
I don't think you get 10 against.
Okay, I have 8.
All right, I have a -2 to academics, but
Oh,
I
yeah,
have
do
3
that.
to my investigation.
Okay, I'm going to look.
Sorry, bro.
2.
You have a
I'm
minus
gonna look.
what?
I
No, I have
magic.
I
I
have
have full
three,
magic.
but I have 3 investigations, so it's 0.
So you're at a chance die. So you have to roll a 10.
I rolled a goddamn
Yes.
2.
You got 2. You rolled a 2. What did you
I
get?
rolled a
Successes.
fucking 2.
What did you get? Successes?
A gentleman.
What?
Is there any
Success.
way I can replace crafts for academics? Because I'm seeing if it's
Because I have a
you know,
pool of
True.
8 and I
Yeah,
rolled a
I'll
goddamn
let
2.
you. I'll let you use crafts. Yeah, to try to inspect it.
11.
Okay.
2 successes.
So the one that you looked at looks kind of shitty. It looked like it was really nice at first, but now as you're looking at it,
I
you're
hear it
finding
vibrating
that
too,
there's...
like it's in here. Like, I
Is
think
it your
it's his
phone?
tablet.
No, because I asked him if it was
Because I hear vibrating. It's somebody's.
No, my sound's off.
I don't even know. It looks like there's some broken boards in the bottom. There's a hole where some water is kind of just splashing in. The mast does not look like it will hold for very long, and so you'll probably lose that sail trying to get over there. You're pretty sure you don't want this one.
Where did he go?
We went to the bathroom.
The same is true of yours.
Mm-hmm.
You're like it looked like it was okay, but on closer inspection, not only are there no ropes anywhere for you to control the mast, and so the sail just kind of flapping in the wind.
So roll again.
You just
you're
combine
finding
parts from the 3 boats.
like holes in the bottom and so on and so forth, and places where it looks like that if you put weight in this thing, it will sink. So,
So we just need to look at a different boat.
I asked her what her boat looked like. Does it look like it can bear weight?
Like a boat.
Does it look like it can bear weight?
Does it look like a boat?
no, there's holes in it and stuff.
Okay. I didn't. Well, I wasn't on it. I didn't hear that. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the other one. The one that she's not at.
All right.
Justin falls flat on his face once he steps onto the
Roll a
boat.
one.
I found a ghost ship. What about this one, guys?
So I'm gonna try to make my way over there.
You actually hear at your ear. They can't board that. You find that third one, and
What?
You hear they can't do
you hear your voice say they can't board that one.
Oh, yay, ghost.
You find this one looks pretty okay. The hole's pretty sound. You're pretty you put a foot in it, and it doesn't. And it feels like you don't see any leaks spring up or anything anywhere. You're pretty sure this one is your best bet. It just has no sail, so you need to cannibalize a sail from one of the others and bring it over here, and then you could probably
Don't
sail
say
it
can
over.
cannibalize.
I'll grab it. I'm crafty, damn it.
Alright, so
It makes sense. I can
so
make
you
sense of
can,
it.
you can go and grab the materials you need. Just give me a craft roll and just don't fail it. You're pretty
Damn it! No. Craft what?
Dex craft.
Nice. I'm not going to activate celerity. But I'll need it. So it's 4, 7, 10.
Alright.
One
So you get it, and you hook it up, and it looks like it works out. So you have a working small
I
ship.
found a ghost ship.
Yeah. You have a working small ship, just a little bigger
He went
one.
to inspect the ship and rolled 1,000. Falls flat on his face.
I said I found a ghost ship.
Nice.
And Ivan played his ghost and said, so anyway.
We forgot about that ghost. Everyone forgot
He
about
put-
that
he
ghost.
pops up in those
I
random
didn't-
moments.
I didn't want to bring it, ask for it to come with me because this wouldn't be a good place for it.
Alright, so
It is always with you,
this one,
even when you get late.
so I have this,
Fire.
this ship,
I need a witness.
so this ship is ready.
Because no one's going to believe him.
This ship is ready. So I'm like, all aboard!
You guys hear that?
Okay.
We all get in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pro gets on looking fabulous.
Minus Vulcan, who's still standing on the...
Look, this is what he's doing. He's like this.
Vulcan's AFK side is up.
Yeah, so
This is correct.
so I'm going to take a roll and think about it for a second. Okay? It's a high roll. So he says, fuck it, we're going.
Okay, so Laura, you were gonna hop on. Breakfast sandwich?
Yes, it is.
Cool.
I'm really hungry all of a sudden.
And we lost Drake.
Yeah.
His connection is failed.
Vulcan, during that whole scene while y'all were searching for stuff, like, he was looking, and then everyone was like, look, big ship! Look, little ship! So I was like, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna stand here and let y'all do all the work this time.
Look, medium ship!
Yeah, I actually got one of them. See where they put one sail on another.
Because it's usually Vulcan going, look, that's where we need to go. That's how we need to get there. That's what we need to do to get that thing to that thing. Let's do it.
And rolling 30s on knowing which way to go. Alrighty.
Wasn't it like
You
up
said
to
you have
40s?
driving?
No, I think I blew.
Amber?
I blew
You have driving?
3 10s and
Yeah,
shit.
I have 2.
Yeah, so it was okay. 40.
Mhm.
I can
Possibly 50.
Not quite. That was
Yes.
close.
suggest that someone pilot this thing.
Yeah, I can do that.
Get to it.
Oh man, I want to pilot it.
No,
No!
you don't have driving, do you? Do you have driving?
No!
No.
Yes, give the helm to the man.
No!
I want to drive too, but I don't want to sink us.
Oh my god, is there an astrolabe on this thing?
I don't know what that is.
It's one of those things that they use to navigate.
Oh, the that rolls and stuff.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Not on this one. There might be one up on the manor though. It's big enough to have one. All right, so you're gonna try to rudder them over there. All right. Give me your drive thing.
Drive and.
I'm gonna use my investigation to make sure
Is it
there's
Dex?
nothing in the way.
Is it Dexter?
Yes, it is Dex drive. Sorry, I was checking on the wrong.
1 success.
Okay. You get them going. It's hard. You manage to get the sail in the wind, and it starts to pull away from the dock.
Is another 1 success.
Okay.
3 success.
You are
I'm
so
doing
far.
alright at it.
You are so far not failing. It's a little shaky, and you keep catching gusts of wind from the storm that you have to compensate for. You haven't crashed.
3 successes on looking for everything to make sure that there's nothing in the way that I can yell out, and then I can.
Oh, there we go.
There is what looks like a chunk of the wharf is kind of drifting ahead of you guys, and if she holds her current question, we'll probably hit it.
There we go.
Okay, so watch
20.
Watch
So,
out.
5.
Watch out for that wharf. And
Shut up, I'm driving.
Yes, pay attention to make sure you don't see the thing. And I'm
You know,
going
so
to.
I'm like, okay.
Actually, it's
I
like
got
this.
And
It's small. It's a small one, so it's a rudder actually.
No.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna
you're
make
doing
sure-
a rudder rope thing, yeah.
It goes left, then it goes right. This isn't a car.
If I have to do anything with the sail, I can do it too.
Okay, so you can do yeah. All right. So y'all will slowly but surely make it over there, and you sail up to this thing. As you go through, the old rotting hulks, you start to pick out another noise through the storm. Does anybody have augmented hearing up right now?
No.
Okay.
Once I hear something, I do automatically.
You register it as as voices, and they are moaning. They don't sound like they're anything ephemeral or ethereal. It sounds very real, like actual vocal cords somewhere up above you or nearby.
I whisper it to everyone.
No, it's Valkyries.
Yeah, I tell them.
Sirens.
I said that sounds real, and it's above us. It's
Coming
moaning.
down from Valhalla.
That's not nearly as cool.
And as you sail past them, the sources like you feel like you're moving beneath the various sources of the sound. Like there are many of them.
I look up.
All right, you look up. It's really dark up there, and the glare of the lamps augment my see.
He's too
All
high.
right, so you augment your eyes, and then last you're able to see that hanging from the yard arms of the broken ships, strung up by hooks and wire and lines, are living people.
Yes.
From all above you, and they are like they have like hooks through their arms or through their feet or their chests or whatever like that, and they are helplessly dangled from the masts and arms of the ships above you guys.
Creepy.
Any blood driven?
A bit.
I tell you all.
Most of it's getting caught in the storm, carried away by the wind, but they
blood.
definitely are bleeding.
Is this so metal?
And there are
There's people standing on the
thousands
ship.
of them. In your vision, you're just seeing it go on and on
Start
in all
masturbating.
directions. Oh God! You guys finally arrive at the side of that giant ass Portuguese man o' war.
Okay.
Yeah, like
This
on the worst one.
this ship looks pretty legit. It looks like it was one point a ship of line that for some reason
I
just
start
got
masturbating,
lost.
That's when you'll realize that Reunites been masturbating.
There are some corpses hanging over the sides, but so far as you're looking at it, it looks like it's in reasonably good condition.
Should we tie up this little skiff?
That would actually
next
be a
to
good idea.
next to the man of war.
Yeah, that would be a
We
good
could
idea.
probably like haul it up and use it like a lifeboat in case we need it.
Yeah, once we get up on board.
If we can haul it up without it breaking,
We can try.
So who wants to go up?
I will.
Me.
All right. So you two want to go up?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll go up after them.
All right. So you guys give me dex
I did
athletics.
enough
I'll
thinking for one
climb.
day.
Oh my
I
god,
wanna
I'm gonna
watch.
fall into the water.
This happened.
That's athletics.
Alright,
Why
I'm
do you
gonna
always
spe-
want to climb when you have no ability to
I'm
climb?
gonna spend. No, I have good ability.
Yeah, you got
I just
you got
roll
athletics.
ones.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend
Ever
for
since that
health.
first one, I got good
Celerity.
abilities with it. I have
So you're spending
five
celerity now?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Almost.
2 successes.
Dex athletics. You said
Yes. Yes. That's
Yes.
athletics.
Alright, so
2 successes.
3 successes. I rolled a 3.
Okay. And how many did you get?
2.
Okay. It's all slippery and barnacly, but it's good sturdy wood. You find handholds as you go up. He makes quicker progress than you do. He's also moving at super speed. So he's about halfway up by the time you've gotten a quarter of the way up. Give me another roll.
That's a 7.
It wasn't a 1?
No, it was a 1.
Yes, that's why I was laughing.
Yeah, but it wasn't our first time.
All right.
But if he yells out, am I fast enough to be able to catch him before he falls in the
Well,
water?
no, what happens is, you are climbing up, and you get to the top edge, and Drake is climbing, and he grabs a hold of the next handhold, he looks up, and right about then is when he realizes that he's tipping forward somehow.
The ship.
And he realizes that he's on a hatch that then hits its tipping point and then just clicking and dumps him inside.
Nice.
And then snaps shut behind him once the weight is equalized.
So,
Drake
doesn't-
disappears.
He doesn't see it, but I'm guessing they do.
Yeah,
I looked
you guys
down
who
and
are
I'm like-
watching this happen just see Drake suddenly go, "Ching!" So.
First I thought he was going to slip, but his foot was going to be stuck in all.
There's a little counter. Drake owns.
Water comes up.
Yeah.
So I look down and I'm like, well, that's just, just look down. He's like,
The ship ate him.
of course. And I come over the side. But and then I have my guitars out this.
All right, so you're on the deck. There are
Get my
bodies
perception check ready.
littered all over the deck of this ship.
Are they
Just
actually
corpses.
dead bodies?
There are dead bodies. There's corpses that are laying everywhere.
I pick up
It's
one.
not a 1.
Like, guys, there's a bunch of these up here.
So a dead guy comes flying down towards you guys that he threw.
I hold my cane
better
back.
not.
No, I didn't throw it at the boat. I just threw it over the side.
Yeah, he hit the water and splashes next to you guys. He bobs to the surface briefly and then sinks back up here.
Oh, gross.
There's bodies laying everywhere. As far as you can tell, they didn't die violently. It looks a lot like they kind of just like they're all sprawled out, laid. Some look like they were crawling. Kind of looks like they probably died of hunger or thirst.
I'm gonna do a perception, make sure there's nothing looks like they're hiding. That's a 10.
How many
right?
successes does it take to get up the ship?
That's a 4.
6 is what I had.
If I do
14,
perception
nine.
to like perception a
20.
best hat, can I get bonuses?
6
Yeah.
successes.
Okay.
So make that an investigation check. That
Sure,
you're-
wits investigation?
Yeah, that you're looking specifically for like the handholds you're going to grab.
6
I
successes.
still get to add my academics to it.
Yeah.
6
You're
successes.
planning it. Okay. 6 successes.
To make sure there's
nothing's
nothing
hiding.
Yeah, and if there's nothing hiding, I'm going to, on the pretense of finding Drake, I'm actually looking to see how the cannons look.
Okay.
Because I know there's cannons.
There are
And
cannons.
I will be loading them up.
There are indeed cannons. Most of the cannons, there's a brace of cannons on the deck, and from what you guys could see going up, particularly where what you guys saw Drake flying in, it looked like that was actually a cannon hatch. So there's probably a second layer of cannons down below.
I'm just waiting for them to figure that shit out before I try and even get up there.
But all the balls and powder are stored below.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say there was nothing up above.
No, they're just empty. Like there's barrels that look like they had been supplied with all rocks.
I'm gonna glance over and say, looks clear.
I take it you're climbing?
I got 2 successes to plan it.
Okay.
So how many? What does that give me as a bonus?
You add it to your climbing score.
Oh, so I get 2.
2 plus 2
Okay.
to the climbing
So
pool.
then I rolled a 6. So 16, 18, 4 successes.
Alright, so you are able to climb most of the way up. You need 2 more successes to reach the very top.
Holy fuck, that's a 1. What the hell?
Okay.
It's
You
not-
get ate by the ship too.
it was going and then it bounced off the fucking board.
So real quick, so you are in darkness now.
I rolled 1 success on perception.
Okay, you have your aspect vision up still. It looks like you are like you slid in, tumbled over the end of a cannon, and are now in the underbelly of the ship. Aside from the slow, creepy creak of the ship rocking side to side, and some loose cords and hooks dangling from the ceiling,
Not
there's
gonna lie,
not
this
much
feels
else
nice.
happening down here.
What's coming in?
What?
It's really fucking hot in here.
Yeah.
That's just the air.
You're getting up and you're just starting to get your bearings when there's a click and you turn back just in time to see the hat snap open and Vulcan tumbles in. And then it snaps shut behind you. And like you have just about to see that it is in fact Vulcan before you're into pitch blackness again. And you
Did I
roll
see that
the
when
engine
I?
cannon and you land on the other side on the deck.
Did I see that when I looked
Okay,
over?
there you go.
When I looked
Yeah, I
over and said
landed
looks
too.
clear.
Okay, so
Then I see him flying and I said looks clear.
right about the time you lean back over to say it looks clear is when he disappeared. So when you lean back over, all you see are
Feet.
feet, and then Terrell, Sarah, Lauren, and Rick and Lauren just looking up and like.
And I go.
This does not seem to be going well.
I'm gonna turn back around and I'll push open the hatch and lean
Okay.
out. The ship is hungry.
Okay. So I'm gonna be like so.
At least they're okay.
So I say looks clear. I'm gonna go look for ammo.
Could you toss down a ladder first?
Oh, I already started climbing up.
There's ropes that you could throw down. There's not actually a ladder up here.
And then Vulcan starts singing inside of a ship.
Sailors are too
With
hard
my
to
celerity,
go
can
back.
with my celerity,
Shanties.
with my celerity, can I make a quick roll play?
Yeah, you can dex craft. You can celerity speed dex craft a rope slab.
I'm doing that. Okay, so 8,
Early in the morning.
15.
Seriously,
3 successes. Yes.
All right.
3 successes. You have succeeded in rope ladder.
Thank you.
A brand new made rope ladder is thrown over the edge to you guys.
Alright, that's what I'm looking for.
I had already
You're
started
you're really on the side of the ship where you see the red letters.
And I go to go towards you so you can grab it. I kind of
Okay.
I'll see what happened to the other two. I'm just trying to
So
help
if
it
you use the ladder, you don't have to roll to climb.
There you go.
No, it took me 5 rolls, but I finally made it up that
Okay.
bitch.
Terrell's stubborn to climb.
No, making sure not to get dirty.
So Terrell is now on the deck, and the rest of you will start to
Still
make your
looking
way up.
fabulous.
You guys are under there with your lamps out.
Put him in the stubber with the hose line on.
So I'm doing this.
With the hose line on.
It's like doing a bottom weave thing, and then it bumps back. It's not sure what you're doing. It swirls.
Oh, that's the thing in the lantern.
Yeah. Just goes like, bloop, bloop, bloop.
So
Yeah, I forgot there were lanterns we could have taken. Damn it.
so the way that he goes, I go the opposite way.
Okay.
Might as well fucking explore this place.
You're gonna have one. They don't do anything but glow.
I know, but it's cool.
Okay.
I mean, I'm tapping it because
I know, right?
I wanted the one with the glowy fish.
It's
That's
true.
true.
5 successes?
On
I said
perception.
RST is a
I
song.
want to find the captain's place.
You find it, that shit. You meander your way back and up a deck. You find the door to the captain's cabin. It is, there's a latch. You open it. It swings
I want his
inside.
clothes.
Huh?
I want his clothes.
Okay. It swings inside. And at his
Oh my
desk,
god.
You still are
Andrew had
going
the,
to try.
Andrew had the sword.
at his desk, with one hand wrapped around a bottle of some kind of swill,
Usually the captain has better stuff.
huh?
Usually the captain has better stuff.
He usually does, but he also ran completely dry of the stocks. Well, they all starved to death.
And he feasted.
Yes, on their flesh.
Yeah.
He's got his hand around some kind of a bottle of swill, and his head is cocked back. And as you walk up to him, you see that he has a pistol in his lap. It looks like he killed himself. Yeah.
I figured you would take the pistol.
It's one of those shitty old
Yeah, I
style.
don't care.
The
Takes 30
pistol.
minutes to
Yeah.
reload. Yeah.
That's why they don't just throw it.
Yeah.
Throw it.
You can take his clothes. They're kind of dingy and they're a little
Moist.
wet and moldy, but
I put the jacket and the hat on.
okay. You have a pirate's hat with a big ass moldy feather. Out
So,
of it.
so his madness outweighs his venture cleanliness.
Vulcan's never been all that cleanliness is godliness anyway.
Um,
I'm just saying.
there's some papers scattered around, written in Portuguese. Most of them have faded, yellowed, rotted.
Would that be one of the languages I can kind of read?
Yeah, you could sort of read it.
I'm not in there. I'm just asking.
And
I'm still looking. I'm still helping.
there's a weapon cabinet in here with muskets and rusty ass swords. There's nothing in here that looks like it hasn't basically rotted to shit. But they're antiques nonetheless. So. You, on the other hand, going the opposite direction, push through the door and you find yourself standing in the powder magazine. And there's big old crates full of heavy iron balls on one side. And there's gunpowder everywhere.
I'm not rolling.
It
Oh,
stinks
I
of
rolled a
gunpowder.
10.
They can't do it
Gunpowder
anyway.
in here.
The cats can't be near.
There's quite a lot. And you start hearing footsteps moving around behind you. By the sound of the gate, it sounds like Les walking coming down here. You kind of know
Oh,
what he
fucking
sounds like
swagger.
moving. Yeah, you know what he sounds like moving. It's a very different walk from the others.
And then from way across the other side of the ship, what? You're right.
So, yeah, I look around, see if there's anything that I would want.
All right.
2 successes.
Okay.
With
You're
augment.
perusing the wares here. It looks like all the stuff you need to load one of these things. It's complete with the ramrods and everything. They need to load the cannons to get them working. And as you're going past one of the shelves of stuff that looks like it's just like the big ass brushes that they use to clean out the cannons, you pause because you're pretty sure one of them blinked at you.
The cannons?
No, the brushes.
If the cannon blinks at you,
Yeah,
you
the
better
cannon
move.
blinked at you. And right about this point is where you get there.
And I have augmented vision, and okay.
Yeah, you have augmented. You have a lamp. This thing is perfectly still.
Okay, so I walk in all loud and shit. I'm like, oh, good, you found the powder room. Awesome. And I start dragging shit.
What he fails to notice as he's hauling barrels out is that this thing.
I can't.
The fuck is that?
But when you're done.
Oh, that looks weird.
Here, I'll pass it around. Is melded to the wall of the
Yeah, that was 8 successes.
of the
Sorry,
chamber
not 8
of the chamber. Like it looks like
That
it's
was 4
a
successes.
barnacled growth that
He
has
totally
grown.
belongs in
Oh,
Bloodborne.
alright, I saw it whenever you jumped in.
A barnacled growth that has grown into the ship, and there's sort of a snapping crack as some of the crust and shell stuff starts to break away, and it frees an arm, It frees another one.
So at this point, I probably looked at it.
Alright, so you look back and you see it. And, like, its jaw opens up and it's like this weird streaky, like that stuff that whales have in their mouth in there. Like, yeah. Like, and it raises an arm that has, like, this serrated shell sword thing.
3 successes to shoot him in the fucking face.
You shoot him in the face. He goes, whoa!
So I'm going to run.
Could have manned the ship for us.
Okay.
I felt like shooting him.
My first
You
roll.
hear you all hear a gunshot come from somewhere below decks.
So I grapple. I grapple and push my wall and say friend or foe.
He's foe now. He shot him in the fucking face.
He was heading towards me.
I'm thinking in between
so
the two.
let's see. Okay, so it's going, and then it tells us to back, and it goes. Or just long, endless, like whale call sound.
Activate full dodge.
God damn it.
Okay, so you old dog.
So I'm just upstairs
I
trying
shoot
to
him in
figure
the
out how to
face
drive
again.
this thing, and I'm just like...
5 successes, I shoot him in the face again.
Alright, after I blow the horn, I'm gonna go up to the top.
Oh, you're so lucky.
Because I'm still on the top deck,
What?
right?
Every
By
time
this
you
point?
shoot me, I'm rolling to see if the powder catches fire.
Ivan, at this point, is there anything up on the top deck where I'm at?
At this point, as you
Because
guys
I was
hear-
going up to figure out how to drive this
Right,
thing.
so you were heading up to the top deck with the helmets, and as you hear the whale call go out, then shortly after you hear Vulcan's Viking horn go off as well.
To which I exclaim, "There's more of them."
Then there's another gunshot, and at this point,
I don't want to go downstairs.
Out
the ship blows
I
up.
Out
really-
in
I
the
really
storm.
don't want to go downstairs.
you see lights start up.
Fuck.
It looks like lamps, fire braziers, and things of that nature just out there, just like all across this graveyard ship. And then you start hearing like cries and shouts and roars, and so like, come on, lads, let's get them! Here, roar!
I'm going to kill whichever one of you did this!
About this time, Vulcan comes out from below day, like, it's Foobar down there, let's roll.
I immediately start looking for the anchor pole, wherever the fuck that
Okay,
is.
So I attack.
My first 5 successes in the face.
Oh, he's
the
dead.
time.
Yeah, that shot blows his head off. So his head goes to paste as Drake puts another bullet in his head.
Alright, he had a what kind of sword?
It looked some kind of like a serrated, it looks like
Yeah.
it's made out of shell and barnacles type stuff, yeah. Alright.
4 successes.
Does he have a revolver?
No,
Or just a
no,
flintlock
no,
pistol?
no.
Okay.
You'll also notice that Vulcan is wearing the captain's outfit, and it's
I don't even. I'm going to ignore it for my own sake.
I already. Oh,
I got 4 successes on a perception roll.
I thought you took something else.
I'm gonna start.
Alright, well, I guess we need to pull the anger before I can let
Yeah,
down.
that's what she's looking for.
Well,
So she's looking for the
We'll start
anger.
loading
Yeah.
the cannon.
I'm
loading
going to look
the
for
cannons.
how I let down all the sails.
Alright, so you find the cincture. What are that things on the mast where they pin down the cords and stuff
Yeah.
like that? And you realize they're all furled up, and so all you need to do is pull them and unfurl them. So you start pulling pins and yanking on the things, and
I'm going to help him.
sails start ongoing. Well, you got to get up topside first.
Well, I got the top side.
Oh, so I'm,
And you get.
No, you're not.
Well,
No,
while I'm doing this, you just.
you're below decks. With
Yeah,
the
I
rock.
up.
Okay, so
alright,
give,
so I'm
give,
just
take
gonna.
some time
I guess
to
I'm
walk.
loading all. Remember, I have celerity active.
Okay.
I'm going to start loading all the cannons on this side.
Okay.
Because there should be 2 sides, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll start trying to hurry up and load the cannons on this side. If you want me to do successes, I roll a 9. So.
All right. No, it's fine. You're gonna have to spend celerity again after you finish loading that rack of cannons, though, because by then it'll have been over a minute. Because it lasts a minute, right? Per spend. Is what we said.
Well, I don't know what you did for new rolls.
For new rolls.
New rules for
New
celerity.
rolls, yeah.
It was like the
Celerity was
scene. It was for
celerity-
one combat.
One combat or a
Or-
minute.
1 minute, I guess?
because it used to be every round.
Every round,
And then you
ended
said,
that.
and then I don't know if you did it for like vigor, where it was an entire scene, or if it was.
No, I think it's
Well,
one.
he did it for like one fight or up to a minute.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So it's one fight or up to a minute. So you're gonna have to
Because
spend
most of the
celerity again
fights
after you
don't
finish
last that long.
loading
That's
that
fine.
rack of cannons. So get that loaded, then you can start loading the second one. Drake's on his way topside. You are letting down the things. You find the anchor pull. It's the big old crank thing.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also a latch to just release the chain.
Would that be?
I want to keep it.
Okay.
So
I'm trying to think because it's not exactly
I'll
firearms,
start
but
hauling
it's
on
not.
it.
All right. Rigoletta sees you. What
I
you're
don't
doing.
know,
She
I'm
comes
trying to think what it
over.
would be
She goes,
fire.
move. Pushes
The fire?
you out the
Nothing.
way.
Light it.
You don't really
It's
aim.
bigger.
It
The
figures
person
Larry
driving
and
the
then
ship ain't.
I run back to the helm.
Rigoletta's doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's been because she saw it circling. She was like,
Wasn't that bad? I have strength 5.
and then she grabbed it and vigorous Larry, and then you start spinning. So you hear the chain going. She
just hits it.
Pulling up. Boom!
So I roll and load up the other side. I roll and load up the other side.
All right.
Question.
Santiago has come down and is about to ask how he sees what you're doing, and then he spins for Larry. You see him start to go do the same thing.
Okay. So do I need to spend that one for this round or no?
Yes, he's hauling up topside.
Okay.
Start loading the top level cannons.
I yell out to him right before he's finished because I know I can whistle or I can fire a bunch,
Mhm.
but I don't know how many I can fire. He's a maquette, so he can't handle lighter or anything. So I'm gonna have to ask someone to come
A
down and
match
fire.
is that?
A match is fine, but neither you or him would want to be near the explosion.
Yeah, so I would say
you can handle the fire of a match. You can actually handle up to the fire of a torch. It's anything beyond that makes you go.
I would
So,
say I'm gonna say I need someone else down here to fire.
He's like,
Fire cannon.
point taken.
Okay.
He runs up topside. He's like,
If you'd like, I can take.
he needs someone extra on the cannons,
If you'd like,
and he
I
starts
can take
loading
over
the topside
sails.
cannons as well.
I got 4 successes on perception. I'm looking for a scope, like a hand thing.
There is one mounted on the stern near where the helm is. It's on a swivel.
Okay. How would I break that off of there?
Carefully. Do you have any crafts?
Nope.
Then you can brute strength it with strength roll if you would like.
And none of that either.
Okay.
Or you could just call for help.
Oh well. Can I
you
see
could-
anything
You
with
could
those?
potentially try to weaponry it if you want to cut it.
I have
Just cut the
some.
stem. That is an option.
Can
What
I
do you
use those opera binoculars?
Yes.
Because I was going to take it and go up to the
To the
crow's
crow's
nest.
nest. Okay. So yeah, you can remove it if you want to try to like sword cut it or ask somebody to help you out. There also might be one in the captain's in the captain's chamber.
I'm going to run back down.
All right, you'll run back down there and go through his drawer. You'll find a spyglass down in there.
Okay.
He had one.
And I'm going to come back up.
All right.
That probably takes a few minutes.
What are you doing?
Those opera binoculars?
All right, opera binoculars. As you're looking out, you're seeing lots of these guys swarming up out of the decks of the ships all around you guys. They're lighting lamps and fires and taking up arms and moving in. Some of them are jumping into some of the still serviceable ships. Others are just jumping into the surf and swimming it. They are heading your way in mass.
And I yell, and you hear through the whatever, all the noise and stuff. You hear me yell, "I need someone down here that's not a maquette."
Laura heads downstairs to help you out. Rigoletta is cranking the chain, and then you all hear the ka-tung! And you're like, anchors up! What are you doing?
I'm trying to drive.
Okay, so you're at
And
the
you
helm.
hear,
Yes.
"Huzzah!"
Alright, so you're at the helm. He unfurled the sails, so you have wind now in your sails. The ship is starting to move already because sail power. So it's up to you to maneuver it.
Drive me.
So, Dex Drive.
Okay.
This is going to be extended. It's a Dex Drive. She's going to need one other person
Nope.
to... Did you roll one?
Yes, I did.
Okay. She needs
That's
one
a
other
6.
person
Sails.
to manipulate the sails
I
as
have
needed.
some academics.
Okay.
Well, sorry, 5. No, 4 academics.
Well, what's the roll for it?
It's going to be wits academics or wits crafts. 'Cause
I do not have.
So after my
you're
one, I got
working
2.
ropes and such.
All right, so 7.
So you could
After my
like
one,
spot
I
a
got
cannon
2.
fire too.
You go over 2?
2.
Okay.
1 success.
So the ship starts to move,
8 level.
and it smashes into one of the ships nearby.
Sorry!
And there's this log and it slides off of it.
Sorry,
And back out
sorry.
into proper water.
At least we're
4
moving.
successes on Dex Athletics to climb up to the
Crow's nest. All right, you make it up just fine. So you.
1 success on the sails.
All right, so you are getting the hang of what lines go to what. All the seals are open at the moment, and it's going to be a game between you two of you telling him when you need to turn so that he can furl or unfurl sails or move things like that, and then you executing that.
I got another 2.
Okay. For those of you that want to be joining on the combat that's about to start now, the cannons, you're going to be rolling strength plus firearms because you have to maneuver the big ass things.
I do have firearms.
All right, strength plus firearms, and the cannon itself is a +8 weapon.
There you go.
Now, between the two of you, you need to accumulate 50 successes to get to the other side of the locker.
Oh, good lord.
Okay.
You two actually can contribute to that since you're navigating for them.
Well, I
So-
have 4
So
because I just got another 2. So
I think it's going to be int or wits survival.
Oh, fine.
God, I should. It should.
Yeah, navigation rolls are usually survival.
Okay. Since it's interwits, I still get my ability.
Academics, yeah.
Yes!
Yeah, so.
We add academics to it.
So I think you get,
yeah. My coil allows me to add academics to any mundane wits or intelligence rolls.
Nice.
So that's why when we do perception
Roll the
rolls, I'm just
damage.
like, that's
nice.
10.
I've
good
gotten
job.
3
Nice.
different 2s.
Fuck the shit out
two
of the
successes
sail.
or 2
Yes.
rolls? Okay.
3 different
9.
sets of 2 successes. So I'm up to 6.
Alright. We're going into rounds now. So we start out with 6. I'm going to get his total and his
7
total.
successes.
Put that together. 6, 7,
I sailed the
3.
fuck out of it.
Alright, so.
Okay.
He's drawing every bit out of the wind he can.
They're fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. 16. 6, 7.
I'll just say it's because
What do you-
we're
what do you
in
do?
open water.
No idea.
I was waiting to see if anything was going to come onto the ship.
I got a total of 16.
I guess
so
I can
you
help.
guys,
What's her name?
You guys get the ship
Yeah,
moving.
help with the cannons because you
Yeah.
get firearms.
Yeah, so you guys get the ship moving. You are now pulling away from the dock and out of the wreckage and moving out into the more open areas of the graveyard.
Can I see enemy ships?
Yes, kind of. You're kind of leaning out the portholes. You may be relying on whoever's up top to tell you which side needs to fire and where.
I would say ready to fire.
All right, so you hear ready to fire. Terrell, you're up top, yes?
Yes.
So you're going to be coordinating the fire team here.
Okay.
You have more. You
I feel
have
like I need a captain's hat.
you have more of us running reloads. he has a captain's hat. Yeah.
I want my own captain's hat.
You have more of us running reloads for you. And Laura and Rigoletta and Lest are actually are firing cannons.
Okay.
So
Rigolette's firing up there.
yeah, Rigoletta is going to be running around with you up top, and then you and Laura are running around on the bottom rack. Let's see here.
Strength.
There are 6 on each side per deck.
Okay. Strength. Firearms and
Just remember,
something.
port means left, starboard means right.
I can't just go left.
All right.
To us, probably. If it was him, he'd probably have to hear it. If he's feeling in the moment.
Terrell.
Oh, you're telling us
every
before you start.
time I yell left.
We have enough academics.
Terrell, give me an initiative roll. They are going to be firing on your initiative.
Does it count having my cane for the auto?
No!
Just checking. Because it says it.
Unless you're going to unsheath a cannon.
Yeah.
I don't have favor yet. I don't think I can do that.
We'd
This is a
unsheath
mage.
and then spin around a cannon and fire it like while it's spinning,
My God.
and then resheath that shit.
This is a mage. You can't have pocket dimensions in your ass.
15.
All right, 15. Okay, so one of them goes ahead of you, and the other 2 go behind you. Ship. Travell. Ship and ship. Okay. You can see 3 other vessels that are converging in on you. This is not counting the ones in the water that are trying to swim in after you guys. And they are fish people, so they're swimming pretty fast. All right, so top of the round, first ship
That's one thing. Morbus
is
tear out the water.
dedicating itself to try and get into cannon range.
What is our initiative?
15 is y'all are second in the round. So, ship guys, let's do a round. You got you navigation people. You move. You are seeing there's two ships converging in this behind you. The one that is ahead of you guys in initiative is moving in from way over there and is coming in trying to intercept.
So, that, like, if we're facing this way, it's from here?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll count this as the ship.
Yeah. Well, this is the ship. That's the nose. Y'all are pointing that way, and there's another ship coming this way, and then two that are trying to catch up to you from behind.
Do we have barrels we throw that blow us up behind?
You can try to find depth charges of some kind, yeah.
That I can deploy from down there, or it has to be up top?
There might be hatches to deploy from down there, yeah.
Just throw it out.
I can do it.
Take some of those.
The powder kegs, too.
Yeah, the powder kegs. Throw them out there and shoot them.
And then there's a broken. The path of the broken ship is going to take you in a rightwards turn. So let's have him do his nav roll.
Fuck, that's a 1, goddammit.
All right, so Vulcan is blinded momentarily by the beating rain and of the thing. You guys are on your own. Roll.
1.
Exactly one success.
That'd be fucked up. 1,
3
1,
successes.
and 1.
That was
All right.
close.
So we're at 20.
So 4.
That was very close.
We're almost halfway there.
So we actually got a decent amount of successes so far.
All right.
So that's good.
The other two ships are moving in, and they're going to try to shoot. Let's see, Terrell, actually. Firing team. One is not currently in cannon range, but he's trying to get there. That's the one that's coming in from this way. The other two are within cannon range, and they look like they're getting ready to fire on the next turn.
Okay.
Can we
They're coming from either side.
Yeah.
can we fire them from the side, or do I have to throw things back?
You can fire from the side and hit them, yeah.
Okay.
They're within range that you can swivel the cannons.
Okay. Left.
Alright, so focusing fire left.
Okay, so which side am I on?
Well, you can move.
You're on left.
Yeah, so he keeps telling you which side he wants to focus fire on. So, like, basically, if he says fire to the left, you and Laura are gonna.
Well, if she wants to fire, I have celerity. I could fire one side by myself.
True.
So I'm gonna fire the left side then.
Okay, so then she'll be on the right side. And then I need to roll
So there's a 1.
these two to fire.
Miss
Alright, so
fire.
that's the one. So you light it and you aim it, and there's a your powder's wet. So you're gonna have to that one needs to be cleaned out before you can fire it again. So you probably call for Morbus to come clean it and
And I slap the side of the boat. Say, what the fuck's going on?
Wet powder.
Okay, that's it. All right.
Make it dry like the desert.
Let's see. Laura fires.
I'll make it so dry for you.
Yes, I
That's what I was talking about.
That was pretty good.
I'll make it dry like sand.
I've told so many people I've worked with about that.
Regaletta
Yeah. He told me I can't fight.
takes aim and has a moment of inspiration as she sees one of the enemy cannoneers aiming at her. She aims right into his porthole and shoots.
Oh shit!
Now,
and
are we talking about the actual porthole, or did she shoot him in the asshole?
she's talking in the anus because he had his anus. hanging up the side of the ship.
There you go.
Because that's
Whatever-
the game.
Whatever weird things they want to do.
Oh, I did she roll?
She got a 9, but she hit it. She has a high pool for this anyway.
Firearms.
Strength actually, because it's the strength, and her firearms is kind of okay, but she also has strength. And she still has vigor on, so
Yeah. My firearms is only okay.
yeah. And so you see the shot go in, and then boom, as the powder that was at that cannon and the cannon itself explode and blow a chunk out the side of the ship.
Shot it inside the cannon. And it went out the backside of the cannon.
Right.
Right. Yeah, asshole.
Laura got she rolled a 5. And, I mean, she already hit it. She took some guys off the deck.
Oh, cool.
but didn't hit much wood. And then these two guys roll. Alright, so you guys take some pot shots across your stern. You're back there steering, and a couple cannonballs smash through the railing, and another one skims the deck.
Stop blowing holes in my shirt!
Top of the round, the next guy goes. He is now within range of the front side. Oh,
We need a main.
Bye, Falcon.
Fire she blows! Fall down.
We need
There's
Tim the
a
enchanter.
blast from the front, from that ship coming in from the front, and it cracks through the bottom hole, and there's a explosion that rocks the ship. You guys just lost a cannon. There are now only 5 on the left side. Terrell's team, y'all ship go. You guys.
Navigation.
Can Vulcan see anything?
That's a 6, so 4 successes.
All right.
I'm sorry, 3 successes.
3 successes.
1 success.
1 success.
I just keep rolling really low.
Okay, well, you keep the moving.
Luckily, I'm rolling high.
3.
16. 3 successes again.
All right, so that's
Just one
3,
shot.
3, and 1.
I just knew that because you rolled an 8 last.
7. All right. Terrell's fire team. What y'all doing?
The guy in front's close enough to shoot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he just hit you kind of hard. So, you lost a.
Would we be able to hit him, or is it just top deck?
Y'all can hit him from down there. Yes.
Okay, so we'll shoot at him. Stay with the left side.
Okay. Shooting at him.
Oh, come on!
Oh my god.
Yeah. I rolled a 9.
So another one.
Pick the wrong person if I can shoot cannons.
No, it's just I'm rolling. I have a very high pull for that.
If you miss again, we're shooting you
You
out
only
of
have
the next cannon.
You only
You
have
could
one.
try.
You only have
Throw
one.
your ass off the boat.
I know that might be a good
One
idea. Let's go.
I think you'd have a better job trying to throw the cannon at them.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'd probably roll a 1.
That would be pretty funny. Lose his temper. Just.
No, that some dude's like trying to climb up a boat. Some dude's trying to climb up a boat and he hears, and he's like, huh?
Well, like,
No, I hold it out, and then he's like, what the fuck? And then, boom!
some guy goes, "There's a cannon heading our way," but they didn't shoot. There's a cannon heading our way. What?
Takes the guy out.
Alright, so the
light
front
it.
ship
I light it and throw it.
6
And it goes,
total. Yeah. The front ship takes 6 total.
It shoots one shot and crashes into a different
You
ship.
have to roll really high to get.
Two of the cannons do
If I
roll.
roll, it's a good pull.
Alright.
But it had a penny.
Rear
You only have one
ships.
firearm.
No, but
Whoa.
I have a
You guys are
good
rolling.
strength.
Good.
Oh, because of vigor?
Okay.
And then the weapon's 8.
2 more shots from behind you. These are also pretty detrimental hits. A pair of cannons go off underneath the deck that you're on. And this time there's an explosion big enough to send flames bursting out the side of the ship. Everybody roll me frenzy checks. Because
I'm
the
already
ship,
in frenzy.
Because the ship is on fire.
5.
Alright.
Oh, sorry. What is a frenzy check? What's a pull?
It's resolving potion.
Oh, thank God.
15
For my mental strength.
2 successes?
3 successes.
30.
What'd you get?
15.
Sorry, 3 successes.
You guys are all fine. Yeah.
Except for
Yeah. No, he's okay. He got 2 successes, so yeah, that should be enough. Your ship, however, is not fine. Laura shouts something that you can't hear over the explosions and shouts of pirates and shit, and she leaves the cannon to go run back to try to deal with the fire because she knows none of you guys can.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm already in frenzy, so whatever.
The front ship is trying to pull. Is going to spin his
He's trying to board
turn
us.
maneuvering. Yeah, he's trying to pull the
They finally
broadside,
fixed it.
and you can see some grappling hooks start flying out, heading towards your deck.
I'm gonna hit the side of the ship to call Lesk up, since he's not good on the cannons.
Back to you guys' turn. Navigation and sails and driving.
Once they board.
Hey, I'm gonna shoot the ship that's boarding and probably run up.
Yeah.
2.
Because you only got one cannon left, I think.
Alright, well that time I only
No,
got
what side? No, that's left side. Yeah. Damn. Is he coming up on left side? The guy that was boarding?
Yeah, he's coming up on this side. Like,
You're
he's
on.
pulling this way to come up side by side with y'all, and they're throwing grappling hooks over.
Over there.
3, 2, and
Yeah.
1.
Okay.
Yes.
Just making sure because this is the ship.
Yes, it is. Yeah, over there.
Okay.
This is the ship, and we're facing that way from over there.
Okay.
So,
They moved some stuff around here.
3. Okay. You have to leave at 4, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure he has an alarm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's 30 more minutes.
Okay.
I would try pulling some of those grappling hooks off.
cut him down.
Fire team, what are y'all doing? So you say you're calling Lesk up top?
Well, once they start
there's
boarding,
one cannon left down there on his left side.
there's only one cannon left.
No, you guys. No, on this side there are 6.
Well, we lost one down on his level.
No, 3.
I know.
Yeah,
3 left.
there are 3 left on this side. Yeah,
Well, but 2 of them misfired.
2 of them misfired. They're being, but Morbus is cleaning them out,
Okay.
and he's using celerity to move really fast. So those ones are serviceable again. But over here, you guys lost. You lost 1 up front and then 2 in the back. So there's 3 in the middle.
Okay.
And they're
Can
pulling
you
up.
celerity light all of them and come up here?
Well,
Well, you have to aim it after you light it and make sure that it's because
Well, the ship's right there.
the ship is right there. So if you do that, though, the cannons will blast themselves out of position.
no, I'm
And
gonna.
then you'll have to push them back in as a
I'm gonna
full
hold
action.
them because it'll take me 1 move to get up
Okay.
upstairs.
Yeah, ancillary speed, yeah.
Still think that worked.
Okay, so I rolled a 4,
Okay.
and that's for all 3 cannons, right? Or am I rolling for each cannon?
You're rolling for each cannon, yes, since you're moving at celerity and trying to
So do I roll 3 times or just 1?
roll 3 times.
Okay, so that's a 4. Let's figure out what that is. 11, 15, 16. My firearms,
Plus 8.
and then plus 8, so that's 24.
Okay, on the second one?
First one.
On the first one, okay.
24, 6.
6 on the first one.
Okay.
Drop it in there.
Yeah, that was a 10 until I picked it up. It's an 8.
28.
Is it? Okay. Yeah, my pull is 20. Yeah, 28. So that's
7.
7.
All right, and that kills it. So you fire once, and this time, now that you finally have a cannon that is working, you blow a big old hole in the side of the ship, and as you see it tunnel through, and like sailors jumping out of the way, you see inside a stack of barrels that looks a lot like powder barrels.
So the second shot.
So you aim the second shot right at them and fire, and the plume of fire just explodes from the deck of their ship, and the whole thing cracks in half, and like they all
Does
start
a
running and jumping, and there's men on fire and
And
screaming
then slash
and
whatever.
stuff like that. All right, so you're gonna go
Grappling
slash the
hooks made
lines. All right, so you can go
my
take the
third
lines.
shot, I'm gonna
Hulk
shoot
blows
the,
the horn when it explodes.
my third shot, I'm gonna shoot the other one that's on the left in the back.
Okay. The one that hold on. There's 2 in the back. One has taken shots and one has not. Which one are you shooting at?
Well, I didn't shoot any of them, so I guess I
On the
can.
left.
I can only shoot the one on the left.
Okay, so
Because
that's not-
I don't think I have enough movement to go over to the other side. do I?
No, not quite.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm shooting the one
Okay.
with 25, so that's 6. 6 is that?
Just shy.
Yeah, just shy of 7.
So it looks pretty crippled, and it actually starts to lean in the water. That shot kind of went straight down through, and it looks like it probably punched a hole through the lower hull, and it's starting to take on water. And so it's not doing too well. Rigoletta.
Do I have enough time to throw a powder box out?
Not if you fired all 3 guns.
Okay.
Rigoletta fires her guns.
I think that would take it out.
And that one, she blows up one of its cannons on that one as well. Alright, the top ship is dead. So there are only 2 ships chasing you now. Navigation, sails, and driving. Hit me up.
Alright.
I'm just not rolling well. It's still 1 though. I haven't failed again yet.
Yes. I got 1 more of my rolls, so 4 successes.
Alright, so 9.
If I could roll anything bigger than a 5, I'd be doing a little bit better.
Yeah. What was your successes?
3.
It's not bad, but we're doing pretty good.
No.
We could.
Alright, y'all are close.
So
So at this point, you're now seeing ahead of you, it's not really a shore, but it looks like an island that was built into the water. You were coming to the edge of the graveyard, which you can see actually forms a circle around whatever this center thing is. And it looks like it's a platform made out of some kind of strange black stone, and standing on it
Is the jail.
Is it
is what?
Not the jail walker yet.
Is I don't know, but you can use that one. It's an almost pyramidal temple. It does the triangle thing, except it's not actually like, it's not solid wall. It looks like a lot of pillars leaning at an angle inwards, kind of lean together on top of each other. And from the center of this temple is rising this eerie bluish white light that kind of wafts upward slowly. And in fact, it looks like it's wafting, it points directly up at the floating corpse of Afunza, way the hell up there in the sky. You guys are close, you can see it. The mouth of the graveyard is right there, and open water is beyond. You just need to make it there. Let's see, I had you guys do your maneuvers, so you guys get to shoot. There are 2 ships behind you. One looks like it's on its last legs. And there's one other that still looks like it's pretty okay to fight. But
Have you shoot to the right and
Laura's still keeping the fire down.
okay. Yeah, you shoot at the right one and she'll shoot at the
Okay, so Riglet's going to finish off the one that was injured. You're shooting at the one on the other side.
Okay, how many cannons are?
You have all 6 on that side.
Alright, that's a 6, so 26. 7 successes.
Alright, 17. Alright.
7 successes.
Okay. As long as you don't fail,
8 successes.
Yeah, it's dead. Alright, so Rigoletta aims her one at the injured one, and as she goes, I love kicking bitches when they're down, and then fires.
Huzzah!
And blows the already injured ship the fuck up. Shrapnel and stuff flies everywhere. And
which shoots the cannonball goes.
and you.
I'm gonna shoot one more. If I can see the captain drowning,
Shoot directly at him.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the captain that's in the water.
Oh my god.
I have other ones that can shoot. There were 6 on that side, 25. So that's another 6. Yeah.
Okay, so you blow all your you blow your load into that ship.
Half of my cannon load, 1 testicle load, and 2.
Yes.
Just the right one.
Yeah.
You perforate its hull with cannonballs.
And you can see through one of the holes, the captain going the cannon, the 4th one.
There's it does the old mob filming of the opera music in the background as it gets just blown the fuck up, and you see the captain, and you fire your last one, your last spike shot, and just paste. That's that. The 2 ships are sinking in the background. There's still some of them that are swimming in the water after you guys, but they're not going to catch up at this point. Yeah, they're behind.
I'm gonna throw a powder keg.
Okay, you can start throwing powder barrels behind you. You have additional space.
He's been wanting to.
He's been wanting for a while. Right, so you can have fun. We're just like. So
I
in your
missed on
wake,
that shot.
in you guys' wake, Lesk is dropping explosions.
And we can hear him laughing.
Yes.
I still haven't crashed the ship.
You still haven't crashed the ship, but you guys do need to give me another roll to get there. You just need 8 successes and you'll be there.
3 successes.
You need 5 successes and you'll be there.
2.
That's it. There we go. Alright.
I got 2 auto fails, so I'm trying to throw two powder things out. And then I rolled a 9, or whatever the pull is for that.
Okay. So you throw a few. You go to throw a couple of them, only to realize at that exact moment that they're still tethered to the ship. So they kind of just dangle.
So I'm gonna cut those loose after I throw that one. And then I'll
Should
shoot
just left
What
them
up,
there.
ship
Would have been
fun.
fun.
And then I'll just shoot. And then I'll just shoot the one.
Okay.
At like maybe if there's a group coming up, they're like, "Hey, what's that?"
Alright.
And then I'll shoot it. And it's a 2. That pull would be. It's Dex weaponry. I mean, Dex firearms, right?
Yep. Yeah.
For my shotgun. So. Oh, but I have celerity active, so it's actually 9. Cool. 2 successes on shooting that powder keg.
Alright. You shoot it. It sits for like a half second and then it's boom! And there's a momentary crater in the water from the blast wave, and dudes are set on fire and thrown aside, and yes, you'll cause carnage and mayhem.
That's what I like.
I know you do.
I'm gonna spend blood to have my range.
Okay.
That's hot.
I'll walk up.
There you go. It's
I'll walk up there with a raging erection, and I'll go the Rigoletto, captain's quarters.
Ben steps in and goes, "No, that's mine."
She follows you. This place is filthy.
Damn it all, we have shit to do.
Right there. Yeah.
So
Apparently,
You guys-
that's what they have to
you
do.
guys
No, it's not.
pull away from the graveyard
Like we're really gonna
and
be
you
able to
sail
stop
out of the
those.
We're
storm.
not gonna be
Two
able to
sex maniacs on the ship.
And as you leave the rain, you realize now that you are in the eye of the storm that is swirling over the graveyard. You can now see where the clouds are in the center of it, and here all is calm and still and disturbingly quiet.
What the fuck is that?
What is that?
It's early in the morning.
Oh, yeah. You pull the ship up to the side of the platform. Morris drops the anchor. Well, unfortunately, it's just a switch. You just and the ship kind of mists to a stop. You guys now are standing on deck. Most of you are standing on deck.
I'll work my way down from the.
More of you are standing on deck now than there were before.
I'm gonna leave the deck, but I'm gonna come back out.
Okay. And looking at the temple that is the center of this rift in space, time, and ocean.
Bermuda Triangle.
And that's where we're going to stop for today, because
Mid thrust.
18
yes.
minutes. So 15 XP all around.
Yay!
write that down?
XPs.
So that leaves me
I'm
at
at 33.
That leaves me at even 20.
You all have fishy trophies.
Yes.
I don't.
And I have great
don't.
plans.
Y'all can keep y'all's.
I have great
Oh yeah, you
plans.
didn't take it either. Yeah.
I have great plans for that fish trophy.
We have a way
What
of
was it
kind of a
again?
fishy trophy.
Not the tip,
It's
but the
utility.
fish.
It is utility. That's true. A
He
fishy
smashes it because he finds out that it's fishy.
Well, there's a glowing squid inside of it. I'm pretty sure
That's
we'll
good, right?
put the 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
Did
I
what?
thought that'd be pretty funny.
Okay. Let's see. So we're gonna try for next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So we're gonna try
That's
next
why
week.
I did this thing, like working really
And next week
fucking
we will
early.
get to the climax.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what Rigoletto's gonna be.
What?
That's my wife.
That was unexpected.
I'm married that.
I also have that on tape now.
Damn it.
All of you two.
I forgot about that.
Damn, Ivan.
All of the 10
Damn,
views
Ivan,
in
you
this
can
video.
go high. You can go high pitched, Ivan.
Yeah, because that's totally me.
Yeah.
I'm the only female in our group. God.
Sometimes.
We need to get more girls up here, guys. What the hell?
I try.
Alright, so...
I can't hang
Oh,
out with my
this
nerd
is
friends
crazy.
from work.
I know that's true. Alright, so...
So 15 XP.
50 XP. Next time we'll be coming
Why
to
is
that.
it
We'll be
against the
dealing
rules?
with
Because they're direct
the thing-
reports, so I can't be friends with them outside the
with the
office.
thing that you guys actually came here to do, and then we'll see about how the hell you get out of this place. So that's gonna be fun as well.
I get to fix the ship.
You do get to fix the ship.
That would be awesome.
So let's see. Let's go around. Start on this side. Let's do good thing, bad thing.
Oh, okay.
Good thing I didn't die,
You did not die.
which was great because I was
Anyone you can walk away from.
getting up there. Bad things. I can't drive goddamn boats apparently. No, really, I don't know anything.
Drive is one of those tools I rarely call for, but when I call for it, you need it.
Yeah.
I don't have any drive.